Пошли. Все вместе. Какие ваши доказательства?
They want you to comply.
Cancel culture is about canceling.
Кокаином.
Up yours. Woke moralists. Up yours.
This is systematic bullying that's happening.
Woke moralists. Up yours.
And they believe that they can then
Woke
shut us
moralists.
up.
Up around and find out.
Up yours. Woke moralists.
They seem animalistic is what I mean.
No, they're worse than animals.
The woke mob, they ruin everything.
They stop Ben Shapiro from going to events and speaking. They stop Ann Coulter from doing it.
I will never surrender even a single inch of ground to a pitchfork mob.
You never cave to the mob.
We will never bow to the mob. Ever. No matter what.
Do you see the final expression of cancel culture in terrorist groups like
Up yours.
We'll see who cancels who.
Hey.
How we doing? Oh,
Whoa, I'm hearing
myself.
echo.
I'm hearing
echo.
echo. Oh, that's got to be me. I'm sorry. All right, I'll sort myself out.
Oh, there's two Max
There's
laughing.
two demonic laughters from me.
I think it's good. It's good now, right?
Hello? Okay,
Hello?
we're good.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's good now.
everything
Cool.
is copacetic.
All right.
We're good. How we doing, fellas?
Doing good.
Good.
I was actually enjoying that for a second. I wanted to see where we were going to go with it.
Bender always loves the sound of his own voice, so that's
Right,
that's
that's
why.
true.
Is there still an echo? Is it breaking up?
No, you're super
No,
soft.
you're very
Lance.
low though.
Okay. Try adjusting that here.
And
I like your shirt, Lance, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Oh yes, very nice.
Lance always rocks the best merch.
Yes, Rebecca's coming. She'll
As-
be late.
As soon as
Yes.
you could, can you
How about now?
rip off what looks to be like a bathrobe and let us see the full shirt?
It's a sweatshirt.
It looks bathrobe-esque.
Is it better now? I cranked up the volume as much as I could.
That sounds better.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see
Cat
the
is
shirt
turned
in
off
full.
on Mike's
Let's see
channel.
that shirt.
yeah.
Cool.
Look at that.
I guess it's already
Look
out
at
of
that
date.
tie-dye.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. That's awesome.
I should share the link because I think it's a handful of queer creators who make this. Adam Conover first shared the link, and
Oh, yeah, let's
all
get
the
that link. I
proceeds
want
go
one.
to the.
Do
all
they
the
have
proceeds
black
go to the
shirts?
strike effort.
Because if
They
they have
do,
a black
actually.
shirt, I'm going
They
to buy
do.
it.
have
If
a
they
Protect
don't have a
Trans
black
Rights
shirt.
black shirt.
I just realized. Do you only wear black shirts, Bender?
I only wear black shirts, yes. I only wear all black, really.
Really?
It's very rare you'll see me not wearing black.
Yeah, I feel like I've never seen you in anything but black. That's interesting.
Yeah,
That's
that is
my
interesting.
that's my aesthetic.
That's your thing.
You know, I enjoy black shirts too. The problem is that when my beard is too long, then like last week, it just looks like a blob of
blends in.
black, and you just see like the top part of my face. It looks kind of weird. So yeah, I can wear them if I keep my beard trimmed and not look a little bit silly.
Where's this link?
Oh, I'm working on it.
Oh, okay.
I'm scrolling through Adam Conover's posts because he's.
Oh, okay, I thought you had it.
Ago. Yeah, no.
I will say you are very low, Lance. So if you could fix that volume, yeah.
It is low, yeah.
At first, I thought we could deal with it, but hearing you talk an extra 2 sentences, I automatically realized it's not going to be possible.
But as soon as if I pick the other audio, it echoes for you all now, right? Like
No,
an
that's
echo?
fine. That's fine.
No,
Oh
it
no!
echoes.
Oh
No,
no!
it
It
echoes.
echoes. It echoes.
Mm-hmm.
What if I turn off echo cancellation? How
Oh,
about
that's
that?
beautiful. I love it. Actually, let me hear myself some more.
No,
Is it still echoing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I sound great.
Did you change your mic or something this week?
No.
We're echoing.
Leftist audio, right? Right.
Apparently. Oh my god. I'm even louder now. I hear myself more in the echo than I do when I'm talking.
A little bit louder now.
What's going on? Lance, we still echo. How are we echoing? Okay, he's gone. Anyways,
Well, we
things
solved that
happen.
problem.
So we've got some news. We lost another member. Lance has been kicked off the
Right.
Leftist Mafia.
I'm like,
yeah.
I just talked about Rebecca. She's coming later. All right, so I mean, I don't know. What should we get into news? Things that are
God,
happening.
Yeah, there's so much this week.
I saw just today. Maybe we should hold this. I don't know, but Cornel West is now no longer running as a Green Party candidate, which I
saw
find
that.
interesting. He's
Mhm,
now
I found
running
that
as an
very interesting.
independent.
Honestly,
which
this is his
is-
way
I
of
think it's
sort
better
of saying,
situation,
I don't want to.
honestly.
Yeah, I don't want to be a spoiler because he's
that's
not
what
going
I
to be
think.
on the ballot in a lot of places.
Yeah. I think it's a good move. I'm not sure what motivated it, but I do think it's a good move. Should we watch his video?
Maybe they're just
It's 40 seconds.
maybe they're just making room for that door 24, a Green Party run. Which
Oh my god.
I would be on
Do you
board.
think? Oh god.
honestly,
I thought he was gonna be the People's Party guy. What happened to that?
I would love it. It would be so funny because with RFK Jr. running and Jimmy Dore running, it's like, oh my God, the entertainment, and it would be the least harmful to the Democrats because no one who would vote for Jimmy Dore or RFK Jr. would ever even consider voting for the Democrats to begin with. In fact, they're probably going to swipe some people away from Trump.
Oh, RFK for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who the hell Jimmy Dore's audience is, but RFK for sure would take away votes from Trump. Here is Cornell.
We need you to be part and parcel of wrestling with this corporate duopoly, this two-party system that impedes, it gets in the way of the unleashing of the kind of policies of abolishing poverty and homelessness, of dealing with working wages, cutting back on militarism, and most importantly, trying to ensure that the best of who we are as a people can be more manifest, can be more concrete, because the crisis is real and these catastrophes are bombarding us. Please, come join us.
I gotta say, Cornel West must be the most dedicated person on the planet to taking down the duopoly. Because think about it. He could have ran as a Democrat. Nope, decided wants to run third party to take down Democrats, Republicans. Runs for People's Party. Decides, hey, 3 parties, still not enough. Leaves the People's Party. Runs as a Green Party candidate. What? 4 parties now? Nope. A 5th party now. Independent. There is no one
He's
dedicated.
single-handedly bringing in more parties to the race.
He might just do it every month, a new party every month. And before you know it, we got 14 parties in this country. Boom, bada bing, Cornel West solves the problem.
I do feel like this is, I mean, people are making jokes about that online as well. Like he's going to leave being independent and join somebody else. But I do think this is like the conclusion to this hopping. Like, I think this is where he wants to be. I think this is where he's comfortable. He can give his message out without feeling like he's potentially spoiling anything or, taking votes away in any serious way. So I think it's a way for him to still discuss the issues he cares about. So I do think it's a good move.
Is it happening?
That sounds okay.
Hello. Oh, you hear that?
Okay.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you sound loud too.
Wait, I can't tell now because I think, Matt, are you repeating yourself? Because I can't tell.
No, I'm not repeating myself.
Yes, you are. You definitely threw me off. I was like, what the hell? No, everything sounds good now. We just talked about Cornel West going independent. Lance, do you have any thoughts on this?
I don't entirely understand what's happening, to be totally honest, just from a what are you doing perspective. So that, I guess that would be more my question to the classroom is what's happening.
Yeah, I was watching. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lance. Finish.
Well, my last point was just going to be why I understand why you'd leave the People's Party, because that's just like basically a vanity project for Jimmy Dore. But I don't understand why you'd switch from Green to Independent. But yeah, sorry, I'd like to learn.
Well, you missed it. I just explained it completely. Cornel West.
Okay, I'll watch the VOD.
Cornel West is dedicated to creating as many parties in this country as possible to take down the duopoly. 2-party system? No. 3-party system? No. 4-party system? No. 5 parties now. 5 parties.
5 parties. Hell yeah.
Or I think he doesn't want to be a spoiler and is running independent. He could still do. Or maybe there's some, I don't know. I saw some forget if it's in his message. I thought I read somewhere that he doesn't want to be involved in like intra-party politics. So maybe there was something else going on in the Green Party that was surrounding this that made him just be like, all right, screw all this shit. I'm just gonna be on my own.
Poor
Forget all you
Cornel
people.
West. Everywhere he goes, there's some sort of inter-party drama that he's not even a part of that pulls him into it.
It is the left, so that's what happened.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
Maybe ultimate swerve. This is
From
all
my
setting up for
understanding-
when Trump wins the primary. He comes out and announces his VP, Brother Cornel. He'll come out and say it.
I got to push back on that because there's just obviously you're joking, but there are people out there going to be like, "Oh my God, looks, they think Cornel West is right wing and he's working with Donald Trump." Like, no one here thinks that.
Shit lib accusing an independent candidate of helping Trump.
The thing about Cornel West is he might be the first third party candidate in a very long time to make it quite clear that he's not down with the whole identity politics is just distracting us. Like he's clearly steeped into anti-fascism, anti-racism in a way that most third-party candidates, like usually they run as a third-party candidate because they claim like I'm trying to reach everybody and bring them together. And like Cornel says that, but he also says, but not the racists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm less concerned this week with leftist infighting because there was so much amazing right infighting. So I think they get a turn on the chopping block. I think they're the ones melting down publicly in real time before the eyes of the world right now. So
I am thoroughly enjoying all of this because you have GOP on GOP violence. You have the right-wing propagandists attacking the 8 Republicans who voted to oust McCarthy. You have McCarthy now covertly attacking Scalise in his bid to be speaker. You have Jim Jordan campaigning for himself to be speaker when he already preemptively endorsed Donald Trump to be speaker, and Trump might make the case for himself on the Capitol Hill, even though he's disqualified since their rules, Rule 26 in particular, bars anyone from being speaker while they're indicted. It's just the best shit show that we don't deserve because it's so good, but we need it. Like, this is good for the soul, and I'm so happy. Yeah, they're trying to Cawthorn Matt Gaetz now, too.
Wait, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
I won't say anymore.
This guy, by the way, is a piece of. I hate this guy, Mark Wayne Mullen. Terrible name, terrible person. He's attacked Bernie Sanders for caring for people. This guy's a piece of shit. But watch how he goes after Matt Gaetz here. They really do not like Matt.
Well,
Gaetz
and David, thank you for calling out his name. Either Mark or Wayne. Pick one. You don't get to choose two. Okay.
And this guy pretends I built my business from nothing. He inherited his business from his dad. And every time he's like in front of a hearing, he pretends he's like this fucking self-made man. Anyways, I hate him. But
let's on third base thinks he hit a triple. That's how it usually
exactly.
goes. Mm-hmm.
I gotta think about this guy. This is a guy that the media didn't give a time of day to after he was accused of sleeping with an underage girl. And there's a reason why no one in the conference came and defended him, because we had all seen the videos he was showing on the House floor that all of us had walked away of the girls that he had slept with. He'd brag about how he would crush ED medicine and chase it with an energy drink so he could go all night. This is obviously before he got married. And so when that accusation came out, no one defended him, and then no one on the media would give him a time of the day. All of a sudden, he found fame because he opposed the Speaker of the House. You got to think.
Beautiful.
Crushed ED medicine.
I have to say, he does. Mark Wayne Mullen says, like, obviously this all happened before he was married, and I just got to say, no, not obvious, not obvious to me at all. You just basically.
I feel like he said that because he doesn't want to ruin his marriage, but so I think it's probably not true.
You know who Matt Gaetz is married to? You know who Matt Gaetz is married to, right?
I don't. Who?
You know Palmer Luckey, the creator of the Oculus Rift, the Trump supporter who created the Facebook 3D goggles.
I know that.
His sister.
He's married to Palmer Luckey?
His sister, Palmer Luckey's sister.
I did not know. That's such a random connection.
Yeah, that is weird.
There's another Mark Wayne Mullen clip of him saying even more about Matt Gaetz. It's in the private. I just dropped it in the private chat.
Is that the Newsmax clip?
Yeah, this one's good.
Yeah,
I actually think this one's even better.
We're spoiling my tomorrow video. God damn it! But this is so good, I can't wait.
Well, while that's loading, I just want to let everyone know, because you may have not, or some people think that Matt Gaetz actually just got away with whatever he may be accused of. And like the amount of evidence on this guy was astonishing. I direct anyone who doesn't know to go to the Salon article that catalogs it. But like the list of receipts against him were huge. Everything from private Venmo transactions that showed that him and Greenberg, who had already testified and been caught for all this bullshit, were transferring money late at night, some of them to some of the women, one of whom was 17 at the time. There was 150 Venmo payments to dozens of young women. There were multiple witnesses in the case that testified against Gaetz, and several people who said that they were, in fact, human trafficked by him. But then the reason a lot of this fell through was that, and this is sad, a lot of the key witnesses suddenly decided they weren't going to testify anymore, and that's one of the reasons why they halted the investigation.
Yeah, it is weird to me. It all just sort of ended abruptly. I thought there was going to be more to it, and just kind of all stopped.
Yeah.
It wasn't too long ago that no one would even touch him because he was being accused of sleeping with underage girls, which honestly, there was no colleagues that came out and defended him because, quite frankly, the stuff that he would show on the floor and the stuff he would brag about on the floor before he was married, we probably thought, well, that's reasonable, and we would always have to walk away from him. And so this individual that you have here, I don't think what he's done is something to be expelled, but this is something that his constituents back in Florida should make a hard look at. I mean, there was many times that he would go out on news programs in the evening, and he would tell me personally, hey, I got to go sell my constituent catheters, because all he was doing was selling himself, and evidently his constituent base is an older base. And that he thought that was funny. To me, that's not funny. You take your job and make it serious, do what's right by it, and serve. This isn't an opportunity for you just to have an opportunity to promote yourself, which that was what Matt Gaetz' goals was. And so now that he wasn't relevant before Speaker McCarthy, the Speaker McCarthy opposing him has made him a credible candidate somehow, and allowed him to get all the attention that he was seeking beforehand. And he's going to continue to do this, even if it's the next speaker, because he has to seek that attention. I mean, remember what I said, Emma, this is retail politics. This has nothing to do with policy or principle anymore.
Well, just jumping in really quickly, those accusations I know you brought up earlier, just those are allegations. They were never proven. And again, Congressman Gaetz has denied those.
I will say that you're 100% right. He's denied those, and it went away. But the other part, what I'm saying about the individual, those aren't allegations. That's firsthand that he told me that we dealt with on the floor. The first time I ever met this guy, he walked up to me, and Kristi Noem at the time was at the podium. He was speaker, or he was elected at the time. He was a member-elect. So we was going through conference and orientation, and he walked up to me as Kristi Noem, now Governor Kristi Noem, and he said, man, she's a fine, and you can put the B word in place there. And I looked at him, I said, really? Because Kristi is a very close friend of mine. And he turned around and walked away. Later, I will say he came up and apologized for that, but he still shouldn't have said it. It was completely out of line. And this is the type of individual Matt Gaetz is.
Clearly not a fan. Senator Mark Lane.
Real quick, if you just scan throughout the video, that Newsmax guy makes the same exact frozen expression throughout the entirety of this thing. Like whenever you see him on screen, it's just the same like plastic expression.
Well, her too. Look at the woman on the other. She looks like AI, actually.
Did she even speak?
I don't think she did. No.
Just a mannequin sitting there.
Yeah, I don't think these are real people.
Oh my God, ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying the shit show. I hope that it takes a very long time to find a new speaker. Matt Gaetz is already complaining about the new speaker, the speaker pro tempore. This is just the temporary one. This has been honestly like one of the best weeks in politics in a while, just because to see all of this factionalization, to see like all of this fighting kind of boil over, it's great. Like I love to see it. So I hope that this lasts forever. I want more fighting, and I hope Trump runs for speaker too, even if he can't technically become speaker.
That's not gonna happen, right? Like I saw, it was hilarious that the night before Jim Jordan announced he wanted to run to become speaker, Sean Hannity brought up how what do you think about Trump? Should Trump be speaker? And Jim Jordan's like, I want to see him be president. He's like trying to avoid the question, and then eventually he's pressed on it again. And he's like, sure, it'd be nice to see him, if he wants to do that, but I want to see him as president. And then Jim Jordan obviously is running the next day. Like none of these people, none of these Republicans like Trump. That isn't a defense of any of them. It's just to show you how spineless they all are. Like they all just bow to him because the base is crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
So what does this mean for the eventual new shutdown in what, 40 days, 39 days now? Is that what y'all are looking
45
at?
days.
45
So November
days.
17th, I want to say. That's when government runs out of funding. If they don't pick somebody by then, I don't know.
Can the pro tempore do that? The tempura?
I'm not sure. Like, it's not as dire of a situation as it was in January, because back then, before there was a speaker, you couldn't even swear anyone in. So in this instance, like, the speaker pro tempore can swear people in and do basic things, but I don't know if he can actually negotiate like budgets. I have no idea what the extent of his power is, because we've never seen this before. So we'll have to wait and see. I hope it's the biggest shit show imaginable, but like, if they want to find a speaker, right now, it's unfathomable to me that they're gonna find someone, because you have the hardliners, the folks like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Luna. They're hardening their stances. Like, they should be lowering their standards to try to find some agreement with the semi-fascist Republicans. But they're not. Like, they're like Marjorie Greene now. She's saying, I'm not going to support a single candidate unless there's zero funding for Ukraine, when she supported McCarthy after he supported funding for Ukraine. Yes, he used it as a bargaining chip, and maybe it was virtue signaling and whatnot, but he at least vocalized support for it. So, like, they're saying, no, I want this, this, and that now. You have Luna. She's saying, well, you know what? Unless we get a floor vote on impeachment of Biden, it's a no-go for me. So they're hardening their stances, and I can't fathom anyone is going to agree.
This whole conversation is so weird. Like, impeachment for what?
For Commander Biden, the dog who bit.
Oh man,
I will defend Commander
Biden
to the death.
Dog. Yeah, handsome dog.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful doggy.
They're all so dumb. Look, the idea of like trying to impeach Biden over, I don't even know what Hunter doing cocaine. Like, what? I don't even know what the hell the Hunter shit. Like, Hunter's so unimportant to me that he's not in government. He wasn't in government. Why does he matter at all? I don't understand. And there's no connection from everything I've seen. There's clearly no connection between whatever the hell he did and Joe Biden. And none of it anyways having to do with like Biden. Like, everything is so ridiculous. It's also just completely made up. And it's amazing to me that any of this continues to go on as some sort of serious conversation around, well, should Biden be impeached? I don't know. Like, nothing's fucking there. I covered this shit last week where, all the Democrats, to their credit, like, did a good job making fun of these Republicans for how ridiculous this whole thing is, because the witnesses, the three witnesses that the GOP brought to that hearing for the inquiry into Biden impeachment, all three of them said, no, there's no evidence for impeachment. Like, these are the Republican witnesses. These are the best people they have, and they had nothing. Like, what is even the conversation?
Was there something like I saw?
It's all so ridiculous to me.
Yang saying that the Democrats should have leveraged their power here.
I fucking hate that idiot.
For something. Is any of that even possible? God. Like, do they have to follow through? Is there any, like, it just seems like you could promise the Republicans anything at this point, and they'd be like, no, even if it was something like really valuable and leftist. But
Yang shows you exactly why he should not be anywhere near political office. Like, I mean, he's shown that many times. But just this idea that it's the Democrats should have voted for McCarthy. Why?
Well,
why?
Yang it's even
Yang
listen.
It's
It's even like dumber. Like, we should really. Do we have that clip of Yang saying it? Because
I replied to him today, calling him a moron.
Did you really? Go, David. Go off, King.
The clip.
He posted that clip like 12 times on his timeline. He was so happy that he was back on CNN. He couldn't contain himself.
Embarrassing. His highest point, his career highlight, was the Humanist Report. He will never be as high as he was when he came on the Humanist Report.
All right, here's this clown.
Well, Democrats cast their votes.
Kevin McCarthy could even have led in a bipartisan fashion. I think Democrats cast their votes because they didn't think he could.
Well, Democrats cast their votes because they were told to cast their vote in a particular way. I mean, we all know that there was probably a diversity of opinion within the Democratic Party, but then the word came out saying, guys, we are not going to bail out Kevin McCarthy. We're going to vote with Matt Gaetz and the hardliners for partisan reasons. Now, what happens next? It's a dice roll. I, as an American citizen, would prefer not to have that kind of dice roll, because anyone who says, again, that they know what's coming next, this is unprecedented. We don't know. We do know that the government runs out of money in 45 days. We do know that there are vital priorities like Ukraine aid that are now subject to us having a speaker.
We don't. Kevin McCarthy.
And all of that is on Republicans.
Right.
It is not.
Who
like,
would never do the same thing in the opposite direction? Are you kidding me? Like, you
Of
know,
course.
they like
Right.
Of course. Like, it's so ridiculous.
Like, what the bizarre thing to me is he thinks like Democrats should have voted for McCarthy and then came up to him after and been like, hey, let's, we just saved you, let's,
well, I assume broker a deal before, right? Like, it will give you the votes you need.
It was McCarthy that was not willing to do that.
Yeah,
though.
if you watch like McCarthy's media hits in the like literally hours before, like up to hours before the vote, he's on TV trashing Democrats left and right. There was no interest.
He blamed them for the almost shutdown over the weekend. He was like, the government almost shut down because Democrats. And even to her credit, I forget her name, but like these Sunday hosts are always terrible. But she actually pushed back and was like, Democrats voted more in favor of the continuing resolution than Republicans. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, she like laughed in his face. She like 90 90 Republicans voted against it. You know what's funny is
he was so obviously full of shit.
If you watch that same interview, he actually, and I didn't know this because I talked about this too, he actually blames Matt Gaetz for shutting down the government as well. He's like, oh, well, if you want to shut down the government, like he was talking about, so he already blamed them. So he just disingenuously blamed the Democrats as well. Yeah. And also, I also found out today that he didn't even reach out to Trump because he didn't want Trump's help because he felt like he would have to endorse Trump if Trump helped him maintain the speakership. So he was just, I don't know what it was, because it seemed like on Sunday he was a little bit arrogant, and even Matt Gaetz didn't really feel like he would have the votes. But then something changed. All of a sudden that arrogance went out the window, and Matt Gaetz found this new life in him. And I think primarily it was the Democrats not coming to the rescue, which he probably suspected they would. But I'm glad that they did not. And now, though, the new speaker is like trying to go after Democrats. I don't know if you saw, he kicked Nancy Pelosi out of her office. He kicks Steny Hoyer out of her office. There's apparently going to be more. And like, for those who don't know, typically, if you are the Speaker of the House, you get a bigger, better suite. But if you're still in Congress after you're Speaker, you get to stay there throughout the duration of your time in Congress. The new Speaker is like, get the fuck out, Nancy. And it's like, you're not entitled to a bigger office, right? But it's funny how petty this is. And what's fucking even more hysterical is Nancy Pelosi's response, because she replied to him after he sent her this letter, and she's like, unfortunately, I can't come and move my stuff out of the office because I'm in California now mourning my dead friend. Like, she said it more eloquently than that. But she was actually in California dealing with the Dianne Feinstein funeral, stuff like that. So it made him look so petty, look like a bigger asshole.
Even I think Harris Faulkner of Fox News, I think that's who it was. Even she criticized Republicans for doing that. Like, I was surprised. Like, wow, Fox News criticizing Republicans for kicking out Nancy Pelosi. She called it petty. Like, all right.
Yeah.
So like, this is
petty.
All around. This is very bad. Like, Democrats not voting for McCarthy or to keep McCarthy has been all around beneficial for them. Except for people like Yang trying to, push back. But the backlash he's getting, like, there's no traction to what he's saying.
Yeah, because nobody agrees. Nobody thinks that they should have bailed out McCarthy. That's absolutely wild. It's so stupid to think that it's like the moral thing to do. Fuck McCarthy. Like, these Republicans have gone out of their way to spit in the faces of Democrats, and for once they have a spine and they're saying, "Fuck you. I'm gonna let you sink." And I love that. I've been wanting Democrats to fight for years, and they finally fight. And I'm going to applaud them for it. Credit where it's due. Thank you for not giving in. Thank you for giving them the finger. It's great.
No, you know what? I disagree. I think it's the Democrats' moral responsibility to make sure Kevin McCarthy remains Speaker of the House. I think it's also Democrats' moral responsibility to make sure Republicans maintain their lead in the House in 2024 and they take the Senate in 2024. I also think it's Democrats' moral responsibility to vote for President Donald Trump in 2024.
To keep the country together. They got to keep the country together.
I think the Democrats need to come together and just cede all of the ground, the entire government, to Republicans in order to unite the country, right? Yeah. Otherwise, Democrats fall
on them. Yep.
Yeah, it is their fault. I don't know if you all saw. So the pro-Carthy Republicans, they are trying to get the far right, the hardliners like Matt Gaetz, to drop the rules that allow one person to challenge the speakership. And so what Gaetz is saying in response is, okay, listen, if you adopt this anti-corruption package from Ro Khanna, I'll agree to that. And this is really interesting to me because the package that Ro Khanna has introduced is it's going to be a ban on corporate and corporate cash and lobbying. And it's also, what's the other thing?
There's term limits in there too.
Yeah, there's 12-year term limits and a ban on stock trading. Now, as we've talked about before, like I don't necessarily support term limits. I know Matt agrees as well. But these other things, like a ban on stock trading, a ban on corporate donations, I think that would be really good. Awesome. Now, I feel like the reason why, yeah, that's the thing. I feel like the reason why Matt Gaetz is putting this forward is because they're not going to vote for that. They're not going to agree to term limit themselves the fuck out of Congress. But he's making himself look like the good guy, where it's like, see, I'm choosing this altruistic thing. I'm willing to negotiate, but they're not willing to meet me halfway. So I feel like, in a way, even though Matt Gaetz has burned his career to the ground and he's in the process of being Cawthorned, the way that he's responding to this is actually pretty good. Like, especially, there was one Republican, Mike Lawler, who said, I want to hit him between the eyes with the speaker's gavel. And his response is, well, I don't know if I'm worried about that, but I think we need to be looking at, something other than an attack strategy and how we can go forward or some shit like that. So I feel like he's playing it in a very funny way. But regardless of how he plays his cards right now, he's fucked. He's burned. Like, the GOP establishment is openly waging warfare against him. They're all coming for his head. And also they're coming for the other Republicans who voted along these lines as well, including Nancy Mace. Nancy Mace is so fucking terrified right now. She's like soliciting donations everywhere she goes. She even turned herself into the ethics committee because she solicited donations on Fox News while she was at the Capitol, which is illegal. So she did that and then turned herself into the committee, filed a complaint against herself or some shit. I swear to God, this has been the biggest gift we've ever seen. Everything that I'm seeing has made me so happy. It's so good.
I feel like Matt Gaetz, I forget, or I don't remember, which means the same thing. What his dad does, but I'm pretty sure wasn't he born into wealth? Like he's well off, right? So I don't think he needs this job. I don't think he cares. What really confuses me is, why did other Republicans vote with him? Like Matt Gaetz, I get he wants the attention. No other Republican in that block of voters really got anything out of this, from what I can see. Like, I don't know how they benefited by voting with Matt Gaetz here.
Especially Nancy Mace, because she called Matt Gaetz a fraud in January because of all of his shenanigans with the speakership. And now she voted with him, saying, oh, well, I did this for my constituents. And I don't know if you saw, she was on Steve Bannon's War Room show with Matt Gaetz. And he's talking about... Yeah. So Steve Bannon was like, hey, aren't you the lawmaker that voted to send me to prison? And she's like, oh, well, I believe in the Constitution. It's so fucking awkward. Just everything that has happened this week has been... gold.
Wait, what? I missed this. This happened this week?
Well, somebody hasn't been watching The Humanist Report. Yes, this happened this week.
So Nancy Mace was on...
I'm on that like stink on shit. So Nancy Mace was on Steve Bannon's War Room talking about why she made this vote. And Steve Bannon is like, hey, aren't you the person who voted to send me to prison? And then like the look on her face, like, look at what...
Can we pull that up?
Perfect.
I want to...
Yeah. I'm gonna
I did miss this. Hey, I can't catch it all. Do you know everything that happened with Elon Musk and Twitter this week? Probably not, but I do.
Actually, I do. I watched
and we
Doom,
should get,
so yes.
And we should get to that later, because I want to talk about... Anyways, but let's play this.
Far right. And I'm thinking, okay, let's talk about this for a moment. Okay, Nancy is not a hard right intransigent lawmaker, but our Venn diagram overlaps around
vote
spending.
to send me to federal prison
I
for
like
4
the
months?
Constitution. I'm a constitutionalist.
Okay.
Getting hot.
My appellate lawyer would disagree about that, but that's not a field.
It's so good.
She was like so ready to respond to that too. She was just like, he's gonna bring this up. Like, she was on that question.
That's totally why Steve Bannon had her on for that moment. He didn't care about anything else she had to say.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I love this saga. 10 out of 10. Love it so much.
I'm going to do this without naming a single name because I don't want to turn this into drama, but I also want to point out that there's a lot of people saying that this is what you could have had if you had simply forced the vote. And I for the life of me, can't understand why anyone would want this in the other direction, where it's just deeply embarrassing, complete chaos. And the only person that benefits is Matt Gaetz. Like that's pretty much it. He's in front of more cameras. They never impeached Biden. He never got anything there, and now they're reopening what looks to be the early stages of investigating him again. Like the complete and utter nothingness. I don't.
Okay,
think
also they didn't get any.
Lib.
they didn't get any. There's no concessions. There's no policy being passed in the fight to block the speakership. Like there's nothing. Like Matt Gaetz didn't get any policy. But like you were saying, it's completely pointless.
If I have to hear force the vote one more time, I swear to God,
I have seen way too many tweets mentioning that. I'm just like, how can you?
Like, you could have had all this. All this could have been yours.
Like, and I'm sitting there like, had what? Who's benefiting here? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
it's so completely ridiculous. I don't know. I don't mind.
It's
bringing
2020 fucking 3. Like, goddamn, I can't. It's driving me nuts.
It's dividing the left. I was like, you still talking about it? It's just deeply embarrassing. That's all.
I can't take the shit. Oh my god. Well, we should get to the Elon Musk stuff because I find this amazing.
There's a lot of Elon Musk stuff.
Yeah, Matt, do we know what the rationale was behind him just removing headlines from articles? That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
He said he didn't like how it looked.
Yeah.
He likes this is more pleasing aesthetically. He said.
I just don't get it.
It is the golden age of clickbait right now.
My favorite is
if I can find my likes, I will pull up some hilarious.
Juniper has been on fire.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Can you pull the screenshot up of that I tweeted out? It's like the last tweet on my profile because this was really hilarious. I mean, it just shows this to me shows how far gone he is too. So the CEO of Box, like it's some of you might have even used it. Box, I think their website's box.net. They're like a Dropbox competitor. They do like cloud storage, cloud computing storage. The CEO just tweeted out. Yeah. Aaron Levy, the CEO of Box, tweets out, this link title change makes Twitter far worse for its primary value prop of getting news quickly. Hope they undo it. And he tweets out a link to an Axios article that shows just how bad this is. You have no idea what this Axios article about. All it shows is the header image of Elon Musk, and it says Axios.com in the lower left-hand corner. What happened here? What is going on? Did Elon Musk shit himself on stage? Did he? And this is Brits making news. Did he do something else to Twitter? We've no idea. But Elon Musk responds to him and goes, "Really, Aaron? Really? You actually believe the media? Wow. Show me a screenshot of before and after and tell me which one is better. Actually." First of all, like, this is a guy who, like, Aaron Levy is just posting his opinion. Like, it's very clearly, he thinks, like, it can't be more clearly that his opinion is that in his personal experience of using the site today, he did not like his experience. And Elon Musk comes in and goes, "Wow, believing the media?" Like, this guy is so far gone on the right that he automatically, his go-to response is, "You're believing media lies," when this guy didn't even say he got anything from the media. He's sharing his own personal opinion.
Yeah. And Elon Musk is so embarrassing. The video on the border where he's on the border and he's like live streaming. And then like the first
cowboy hat.
Yeah, and like the first like 10 seconds or 20 seconds of that is him explaining what live streaming is and just like
seriously?
Oh,
I did not see that.
It's just so embarrassed. The whole thing, he's so embarrassing. Sorry, did I see what?
His gaming stream. He's like, we're gonna test live streaming.
I heard of it. I didn't.
Just wild because like you could stream on Twitter for years now, but sure.
I couldn't bring myself to watch it.
Wasn't he been streaming on Twitter?
Wasn't he recording his monitor like with like a video with like a camera or something?
I don't know if that was him or someone at Twitter, but they uploaded a 4-minute long tutorial, and instead of using a screen recorder, someone's holding the camera up to the monitor.
Oh my
god.
For 4 minutes.
So
for 4 minutes. Listen, 4 minutes is a long tutorial. So someone is video recording the monitor with their cell phone for 4 fucking minutes.
Oh my god.
Is no one there? Does no one like work at the company anymore? I mean, he fired everybody, I guess. It just, it shows you how incompetent he is. Like, he does not know how to do anything himself. It proves that it's just simply who he's been able to hire based on, you know, the money he's fallen into.
I have something dropping tomorrow that a little bit of a spoiler. I have something. I can't get into it now, but I have something dropping tomorrow that'll give you guys an idea of
with that right winger who wrote a complete blueprint to what Elon Musk is currently doing. With
No,
Twitter.
we get to.
I saw that too.
And then it turned out he had that texted to him privately.
Right. We could talk about that in a second, but my thing is just basically just how far they've fallen with advertisers. You'll have to check it out tomorrow. Everyone.
Well,
Twitter,
I've got to see
a
mobile game that should be illegal, case number 2000, to know that's the case. Like every time I'm like, oh, an ad I haven't blocked yet. I'm like, how does this mobile game exist and how is it allowed on platforms at all? Like,
this is actually like this one's like crazy. Like this one's like just how like I can't get too into it. But let's talk about the thing you brought up. So Ben Collins of NBC had this great report about this link that was it Rebel News, I think it was.
Hey,
Rebecca. Oh, hey, Rebecca.
Hey.
How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. Sorry I'm late, child.
No, you're okay. They know that like you're getting off of work like right before the show starts, so they understand.
Well, thank you guys.
Some people do. Other people are like, "Where's Rebecca? I demand Rebecca.
Bring Rebecca now."
They didn't kick me off, y'all. Everything is good.
We're in an Elon Musk conversation. Actually, before we get into Binder, what we're going to talk about, I want to show more examples of just this whole headline debacle because Lance shared this.
If anyone doesn't know, the joke is that right now, if you post a news article, it won't show anything beyond the photo of the article, but not the actual headline of the article. So everyone has just been using it to make the wondrous clickbait. That's the funniest thing on Twitter right now. Sorry, X.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's so people are just doing shit like this. Like police have found human remains and evidence of cannibalism in Elon Musk's LA home. The actual article obviously is not about that, but that people are using all like this showcase.
Pull this one up so people can see what it did look like before. Because someone has the one I just put in there shows a side by side of how it did look before and how it looks now for the same article. This is actually Kylie Robinson. She's the one who broke this news back in August that Twitter was planning on doing this with the links.
So that's how it used to look.
Yeah.
There's the headline there at the bottom, and now.
That's how it looks now with nothing, no context.
So people
whatsoever.
write their own headlines.
And you know what's so sad is his followers have been like falling over each other to community notes every single joke. They're like, "This is not true. Elon did not like cuddle a tadpole," and all that other stuff.
Well, it was him that created this, like because he stopped it, and that when Twitter rolled out that whole feature where you can click on the news article and read it yourself, that was very important because it was helping lessen the misinformation, right? And now that he took it away, I think it's funny because now people are using his picture and putting up lies and things of that sort. But it's an example of I really want to know what the reason was that he took it away. Like how does that help Twitter or X?
Well, his spokenry, he did say why he was going to do it back in August when the report that this was something they were working on came out. He said that he finds this way much more pleasing aesthetically. That's
He's the only one.
Right. Apparently, he's been looking at ways to make to make a post take up less room on a mobile device. So this is another thing. Also, I don't know if you ever realized...
It's a solution for a problem nobody is complaining about.
But also, I don't know if you realize that if you post a tweet with a link in it, it'll always do worse than a tweet that has no link in it. The Twitter algorithm is set up to not let those posts with links in them get reach because they don't want people to click them and leave Twitter. They're trying to keep you on the site now for as long as possible. I don't know if this works for that though, because if someone sees that link, maybe previously they would have read the headline and been like, "Oh, I'm not interested," but now they might be like, "What is this all about?" and click it just to find out what the hell this article is.
Yeah. That's right. This like actually
drive so much
negatively impacts what Elon Musk wants to do by keeping people on Twitter. That this makes people leave
that's
Twitter.
What I'm saying. I don't really see the sense of it, but it's Elon
God.
again because he was mad that people were being mean to him on Twitter, so he bought it. Like it's like you know what I mean. He's this big baby, and I think this because Twitter still has or X still has a large group of people who still go there to grab news, or it's an easy place to find clips if you need them for your news stories or however. And it's also a way where you can put things together and create more of a story. It's a great research tool. I think even having that, having those links there. But now people can say whatever, do whatever. I've been, even in the searching, guys, trying to search for things. It used to be easy. Now you can't find a thing. Nothing. Not a thing. Yeah. And it's like, where am I going to get, I used to go there to get the clips or whatever I needed, or quotes even. You can't find it from the search. Like, you got to hope somebody retweeted something or something like that.
Yeah. That's what I hate, because we all have to use Twitter still for what we do. And so it's like, we're kind of stuck with it. You can't just completely tune out if you're in news or you do political commentary. So it sucks. He is actively trying to destroy the site. And I saw today that the value of Twitter is down to $8 billion. So what did he buy it for? $44 billion?
It's 8. I guessed 7 yesterday. Wow, I was pretty close.
You were very close.
I bet he shrunk it to 7. But it's 8.
Just wait a week. It'll be 7. You'll be right.
And today was the day that Linda Yaccarino was meeting with all these banks who had lent him money to buy it, so they could figure out how, if ever, they'll make their money back. Apparently, they were considering earlier this year just taking a loss and selling their shares or what was owed to them or whatever, 60 cents on the dollar or something like that, which honestly they should have fucking taken it, because I feel like they're never going to get a deal that good again.
Yeah.
I saw some tweet. Tell me if this is true. Is there a way for the banks to take control back because of the money that they gave him to buy Twitter? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know who, like, he might, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
Because that would be the only way to actually save Twitter.
Yeah.
Right.
Take it out of, rip it out of his hands legally.
I mean, there's going to be cares at all. I don't think he has so much money. Nothing bothers him.
Here's the thing, though.
The money he doesn't care, but he wants control.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. He really doesn't have so much money because he doesn't have it in cash. And if he wants to, he could certainly have the money in cash by selling his Tesla stock. Yeah, but then he's going to destroy his one baby that actually is that's actually successful and making money. Like, Tesla stock will absolutely tank if Elon Musk, who's the major shareholder, sells off a ton of his stock.
Isn't Tesla stock also incredibly overvalued due to the fact that so many VCs poured money into it? Like, it should never have been 900, or sorry, not 900. Wasn't it 600 a share or something at one point? And at the end of the day, the next nearest major auto manufacturer that makes millions more cars than Tesla did was 162 or something.
It's worth $700 billion or something like that. It's way overvalued.
That's people dumping money into it because it's a safe stock to grow money on. That's it, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Mike shared this. Here we go.
Yeah. That's that is
not AI or photoshopped.
That is photoshopped. That is photoshopped.
No, not at all.
No, it's real, Matt. It's real.
His face.
Because I'm saying it because there is a real version out there that honestly looks just as bad.
There's a link to that.
You don't have to Photoshop it. The real version is pretty shitty.
The real one is pretty bad too. It's the link above.
I was actually shocked when I saw that, because now it makes total sense why he doesn't let people take complete side profile. If you look, I've never seen a side profile photo of Elon Musk like that before.
It was not pretty.
He looks horrible.
Yeah.
He looks horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
This one's really.
I love the backwards cowboy hat so much. It's just
if you watch any of that video he took, it's so embarrassing.
I have
the whole
not
thing.
seen
He has no idea what he's talking about.
He's
terrible on camera. The whole thing is just garbage.
But you know
what's he's a terrible person, so it seeps through him. When you are not a good person, it doesn't matter how much money you have, nothing will help you. If you're not a good person, it'll seep through you, and no matter what. He is terrible at everything, and he loves that. He just absolutely loves that. Somebody with money, that's all they're gonna do. You say he wants control, we see how much control he wants. He doesn't care about what people think. No, sorry, he cares everything about what people think. But his appearance, no matter how much work he does on it, it ain't gonna help him.
It is so amazing though that this dude was probably the one billionaire that actually up until a couple of years ago, people actually looked at as oh, this guy's actually smart. Like he's doing all this crazy rocket stuff, and he's got these electric cars. And
Smartest man alive was the
yeah,
title.
and then he decided to he decided to get into right wing politics, and everyone quickly realized what a fucking buffoon he is.
He is so stupid.
There
Like
is
he's
definitely
the dumbest billionaire.
There was definitely a time when I like, this we're talking like, almost 10 years ago, probably, or maybe 10 years ago, where I was like, yeah, I had no problem with Elon Musk. He was making electric cars. He was kind of the first to really make it popular, in the market. And yeah, but then, you see this guy start tweeting and the shit he believes and the bullshit
but
he brings.
Back
like,
then,
it's
David,
just-
we were being fooled, right? Because like he was actually just one of those people
Oh, yeah,
who would get a whole bunch of VC money, start an idea that he stole like the rooftops. I don't know if you remember those.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
electric solar panel rooftops, the ones that just like catch on fire. That was like, back then I didn't know that he was a grifter or a scam artist. I was just like,
we didn't know.
Yeah, I want to make it clear. I'm not saying up until a couple of years ago he was a genius. I was saying there was a successful like brand creation, media creation of him as a genius.
It's like Trump. It's like Trump before, it was very clear who the hell he was too.
Well, we knew Trump was an entertainer. We people already, they knew that he was that kind of guy. He wasn't like the wittiest, but he had good punchlines. I like how he talked. He's a business guy. That was his whole thing. But in politics, it doesn't translate. He dumb. He don't know nothing. He doesn't care to know anything. He just thinks it's control. It's a control thing. And people who are just as dumb, they will vote for, they will follow, they will become those people's minions. And there's a lot of people on Twitter who praise Elon Musk just for being him. They think that he's very innovative, yet a lot of the ideas, like you said, that he has come out with or pushed to the forefront have been other people's ideas. Twitter itself, him changing what it looks like, him changing the name, him taking away things that are beneficial, right, that help on Twitter. That is just it helps him he thinks he's going to say he went down in history and changed all of it. He took people's ideas and made them better, but yet nothing is, I can't really speak to that. So.
Yeah, I mean, who was it that said that Elon Musk is the dumb person's idea of a smart person? I think that's really accurate because it's the confidence, right? He's not stupid, but he's really confident, and money gives you courage and confidence.
And having a group of people follow you and praise you, that will always make you feel like Donald Trump was holding the Bible upside down.
I forgot about that.
And the world, the people there were like, "Oh my God! Like he's so great. He's Christian."
2 Corinthians.
Right. Nothing. The man, like he's weird. He was weird with his wife, who we haven't seen. Where is she? He was weird with her.
Yeah, where'd she go?
I don't know. She did. Nobody knows her name. We don't see her. We don't even see the sun. Was that a sham? Who knows?
The AI.
People are not asking those questions. They're still following him. Like he lost the election. He put a lot of people's lives at risk. But people are still saying that he won. We watched in interviews, people who were toothless, have no kind of insurance, aren't taking care of themselves. Under Trump's laws, they aren't being protected, but yet they are giving testimonies of how great Trump was. Didn't want to bring it up on here because I'm like, this is, but Sexy Red, right? She's a rapper. She recently just came out. I think she's beautiful. I just don't like how she's being pushed to the forefront in that way. I just don't like it. If y'all want to hear more about that, you can go on my show, past Like It or Not, and hear my rant about that. But she came out and like how he did with Diamond and Silk, right? There's a certain
R.I.P.
Right, one of them. I don't know which.
Yeah, I don't know which one died. I forgot.
Was it Diamond or was it Silk? But R.I.P.
Yeah, it was one of them. Rip to the dead one.
Yeah.
COVID, right?
Mike. Yeah, it was something. But there is a look, and that people already assume, and it's associated with ghetto and all of that good stuff. Like me with my nails, people will say is ghetto, all kind of things. But there's a certain look that I think that they put on as a character. And Donald Trump wanted them to be that character, and they went with that. And they would be with the gold tooth, and it's just looking very unintelligent. They uneducated, and I know they weren't that, but they had to keep pushing that because it showed it helped Trump in the black vote, right? He likes the black community and a certain part of the black community. And I feel like they chose Sexy Red. She went in an interview recently, and she's going viral today for other reasons, but she went in an interview, and this was just a few days ago. It went viral on Twitter and on X, and she was saying how she loves Donald Trump. She said how he helped the black community. She thinks he's funny. And that what did she say? She said he gave us money. He gave us bring back the stimulus checks. Trump gave money. And that to me was terrible. First of all, she's already looked at how they have her out here is crazy. I don't care that I like a black woman who is okay, like open with her sexuality. I can rap about her body, can do all that. I love that. We see how Megan Thee Stallion is, but I don't like when they try to keep that person in a place where they can't elevate and still talk about those things and look like they come from nothing and look like they coming from nothing. To me, it's a detriment to black people. But
I didn't know the second part of this story, that apparently she's been accused of leaking a sex tape because
that happened today. Yeah. And so I think that happened because of the Trump thing. So I think and you know what's funny? Black, and I can have this conversation with y'all, that's all right. Black big pages, like big Instagram pages like the Shade Room, right? Black led news pages or blog pages, and the huge ones, and they did not post about the Trump story. And I think like that's very interesting. But they did post something about why she went viral today. But she went viral today because on her Instagram there was a sex tape that leaked or whatever. And I believe that came out because they wanted to get the heat off of her and her Trump comments. But what I say is, like, these are the people that he will choose and tap on. And then there's that white girl, Whoa Vicky, right? She's coming out too, endorsing Trump as well. And this is all around the exact same time. She's a white girl who speaks with a black accent.
Yeah, I was going to say, she also used the N-word.
Yes, she uses the N-word. And she's like, Trump, my uncle, them, all that. It's just really ignorant. Jeez. And, there's no actual reason as to why they're supporting them. These are people with money who are saying they want stimulus checks. Make it make sense. And that's the only thing. And saying that Donald Trump was funny. Do you need your president to be funny? Before you became, and I'm talking about for Sexy Red, before you became rich and famous, and you have a child, and you have your child's father is in the system. And she even said herself, she'd rather him be in the system than outside because that would keep him alive. Donald Trump wants your child's father to stay in the system. He's not pushing to have him rehabilitated when he gets outside anyway. He thinks he's a thug, and you are too. But yet you coming out and endorsing him, a lot of ignorant people, when I say that lightly because there are people who actually don't know, who follow her, they're going to just say she likes Trump, I like Trump, and imagine in this next election cycle what that would look like. You see what I mean? It isn't right. It isn't right. But a whole bunch of people will just be following people right off the cliff. But that's why I feel like they place these people here. They pay them to say whatever, to endorse, to do whatever. And a lot of people follow that with no real information.
Trump's campaign eats up like tokenization too. Like, did you see for such a long time they would always put the camera and make sure there was that guy holding the Blacks for Trump sign at every single rally?
Didn't Trump once see a black Trump supporter in the crowd and go, "Where is my black?" or something like that?
That's right. American. That's
where's
my
African American? Where's my African American? Right? Yes. Yeah. Oh my God.
It's just all racist, but people are gonna act like they didn't hear it. They didn't hear it. And a lot of Trump's, like, it's one thing may benefit you, but everything down in his policies don't help you, sis, brother, them, they not gonna help you. Like, I need you to understand that, and like focus on what you want a president to look like. Like, it can't be Donald Trump, and especially for a marginalized group. Really sit down, do your research, and that's another reason why Twitter, taking away the option for links and people to get a better read on any of these articles and figure out if it's a trusted site, where it's coming from, if it's satire or anything like that. Like, it's going to be very problematic, but it's going to help for those people like Trump supporters.
Yeah.
I just got to share that I saw this on Twitter, and it's funny. And this is Ron DeSantis, who I guess maybe is relevant still, probably not. But He's giving a speech today, and exactly, and check out what he was wearing. So Mac here writing, either someone just ran over and got him DeSantis' feet, or he's wearing oversized heels to look taller.
It's giving a boot though.
And
It's not a boot.
These are his heel is definitely up here somewhere.
West.
Like
That's fucking hilarious.
here's a better idea of what's going on.
Oh my god.
Like
In Creole, we call those the big
I feel
mouth
like
shoes.
his height is not the problem. It's everything else with the campaign.
Yeah. See, this is what happens when you hate gay people and you have no gay friends. You make mistakes like this.
Well, I also think this tells you a lot about why he hates.
Too, though.
This also tells you a lot about why he hates, LGBTQ people and others that he takes out his anger on, because he obviously is very self-conscious about his height. I mean, no doubt about it.
How tall is he in actuality?
I don't know.
I didn't realize he was apparently short until like this.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, I'm curious now.
I bet he's like 5'10", which is like normal.
Not giving 5'8".
5'1"? No, he's 5'9". He's 5'9".
Yeah, he looks like
okay.
that. You can tell.
He's probably usually presidential contender, or usually presidents
Look
are
at him.
tall.
He's definitely on his tippy
Maybe
toes.
he feels a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, he probably feels inadequate because like a lot of presidents, they end up being tall for whatever reason.
Yeah. Well, I hope that he's self-conscious about it, because he deserves to have that lack of self-respect and doubt, because he's a bad person.
I mean, Ron DeSantis is a giant compared to me. I mean,
he's taller than me.
You wear heels too, Bender?
No, I wear Vans as low to the ground as possible. I'm proud of my height.
Embrace
Rey Mysterio Jr. over here.
You guys are all short except David.
All
David's
short.
pretty tall.
No, Lance is tall. Lance is tall.
Too, huh?
Lance,
you just tell by how he sits. He's tall.
How tall?
I think Lance is like Lance
got to be like 7'5" or something like that.
I think Lance said he's like 6'1" or 6'2". I'm 6 feet. But yeah, I think Lance said he's 6'1" or 6'2". I forget. But yeah, I guess Mike, I met you. I guess you're shorter than me, but I don't. Are you that short? I don't think you're.
I'm pretty short. I'm 5'7".
Okay.
What?
Towering over me still. Towering over me still.
Yeah.
You do not get 5'7".
I project 6'2", but
Okay.
I'm 5'7" in real life.
You see what it is? You see how I thought? It's just like the supporters of other people. If you feel it, people might believe it. So I never seen you in person, so I just went off of those vibes. You give tall energy.
Yeah, and I feel like the confidence really is make or break, because if you're self-conscious about something like your height, which you literally can never change, then you're gonna try to.
You could always go through that
right?
crazy ass procedure some people are going through now, where they're breaking their
Wow.
bones.
Oh my god, that looks so ridiculous.
No, it's the thing. Two people that two people, they're black. They got him done. One guy said he wasn't getting any dates.
That's nothing to do with your height, buddy.
He said that, and he didn't feel confident. And I think both of them were feeling, a little, self-conscious about their height.
They went to Scandinavia to do it too, right? To get the surgery there, because they're like
I think it was out of the country, and they paid so much money, and they have to go back. It's more than one procedure. They do one, and then there's a twisting that happens, and then they go back. Yeah, and then they go back.
Exceptionally painful.
To do it. Yes, but it works. It works. They did it before and
Can you
after.
play sports without danger of like?
He said he went to go play soccer. There was one
soccer. You can't. That's like. Dude's gonna take one sliding tackle and break both of his legs.
So he was gonna go through whatever pain he needed to go through, because Africans love their soccer. Okay, they love it.
You don't need to be tall to be a soccer player unless this dude wants to be a goalie. Like that's the only position.
Debating, but he took that pain to make sure he was still gonna make it to soccer. He said that they told him that he can play. He said that he was down for a while, but they, encouraged him to walk through it and things of that sort. The other guy, I don't remember his story, but yeah, there were two that I know that had it done, that I read articles on that got it done. It's a real thing. So, Mike,
That's crazy.
Every one of your
I'll
action
pass
movie
on
hero
that one.
stars is like 5'5", by the way. Like every
I wouldn't trust my legs after that. I feel like I have a weak point. Like I feel like it would just I'd timber like a tree at some point. You know.
Where do they find the
what
skin?
The effects are gonna be, in the long run for them. But Lance, how tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Oh, wow.
Okay, David was right.
I think it's because where your camera is.
No,
you don't.
No, you can tell Lance is tall. No, he's got tall, and you can just tell he's tall.
Now he looks really short.
No,
I always had a feeling he was tall, even before he told me his height.
People are short, but he doesn't give me like, hey, I'm tall, So.
Hey, I'll do videos like this now. So. What's up,
no,
guys?
I honestly can't picture Lance's head on a short body. he just looks like a tall guy to me. He just looks like someone who's tall.
Now he looks like a child.
Standing up
Just like in his seat like this.
so I can go look. Like, does any of you guys? I seen you, David, when you were holding your baby, and then Mike.
I'm sitting down in that photo though.
Oh, you were sitting down in the photo.
On Twitter, yeah.
Yeah, I just seen you on the Majority Report and Lance. Where y'all selfies at? Y'all don't be taking selfies. What's
I
going
know.
on?
I had a ton.
I have Instagram.
My
I don't use it very
Instagram got
often.
deleted. My Instagram's
Why did it
permanently
get
deleted.
deleted?
It got mass flagged. All of a sudden, all these people who were trying to flag my other shit, I noticed they were popping up.
Did you lose your Threads account too?
I lost everything, so I had to start a new one. So now I have to start Times on Instagram, so I started from scratch. But
did you try to get it back?
I got cancel cultured. Yes, I did. I did all the steps.
You got canceled.
What did they take you down for?
I got censored.
What was their reasoning?
They were reporting his
they said they didn't even specify this time if it was like scams or practices. It said multiple infractions, blah blah blah. Your account has been flagged for multiple. And I was like, what? And then I obviously disputed it. Then it came back. It's like, yes, we have found that it was in good standing, that it was multiple. I was like, what? No. All I ever posted on there was like me doing IRL shit, my dog, shit like that. It sucks, but. I got
so right wingers mass reported you for criticizing right wingers.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, that's my assumption.
And
when did this happen?
This happened at the start of the year, around there.
Oh,
yeah, I think it was,
that sucks.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well,
I don't ever use my Instagram personally, so if they mass reported me, I wouldn't make any difference to me. I think I posted something like 2 years ago from Halloween. Like I don't ever get on Instagram.
What do you use, Threads?
I haven't been using Threads. I barely even use Twitter, and that's probably the main one that I use. I just am very burnt out on social media. Like I'll go on Twitter when I'm doing research for my shows or trying to find like quotes from someone, and then after that, I in my free time I find myself not really checking Twitter. Like I used to do that before, where it's like, okay, it's the weekend, I don't have to do shit. Let me just browse Twitter. I never do that anymore. I'm just kind of done with it because it's a toxic hellhole, and Elon Musk made it worse than it already was. So. I don't really use shit. Facebook is like the worst one. Like I logged onto Facebook a couple of weeks ago just to make sure that my mom is okay because I haven't talked to her in a week or so.
So instead of calling her, you just look at her Facebook.
Well, I mean, I call.
Has she logged in the past 3 hours?
I'm just like, okay, you're still doing okay, mom. But like, it's such shit on Facebook. It's all fake movie posters with fake movies, and then when you actually see what your friends are posting, it's like some like anti-vax shit. People complaining about stores closing in Portland due to crime. And it's like, okay, should I jump? No, I'm not. Just log out. I'm not going to do it. I made so many enemies on Facebook just because like the stupidity is like overwhelming. And that's when you even see your friends, because you just see weird shit from pages that I didn't even like. All social media to me is a fucking cesspool. So I'm just
Facebook in Canada now is wild because all news is banned. So there's no more news. Yeah, news is banned on Facebook now because Facebook banned news because the government wants these big tech giants to pay into funding media in Canada, and they're like, no. So they're just not showing news at all. So it's
what?
So it's very. But what's interesting is that my videos are not. So I'm getting my Canadian videos because I'm not like a news network. My Canadian videos are getting a lot more views on Facebook than they normally would before the ban because there's no other news on Facebook. So
I was about to say maybe that's because You're not news to Facebook. Yeah,
I mean, I'm not.
We let this garbage fly. We let this garbage fly.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Rebel News might not be banned either, and they're like right-wing trash. So it's like me and Rebel News on there, and yeah, it's working out just fine.
Interesting.
Oh, Mike, speaking of what is it, theft and stores closing, do you know how Target is closing 9 of its stores in the US? And you're always seeing that stuff that like the propagandists are promoting, like it's because of these roving gangs and all this shoplifting and theft, and it's happening specifically in areas of Harlem and things like that. Turns out it was all lies. All lies. The data came out today. I know, shocking. Every single one of the stores that is closing is surrounded by other Target stores that have significantly higher rates of police reports of shoplifting than the ones that are specifically closing down in poor neighborhoods. Yeah.
Where they lock up the deodorant and they lock up the lotion and they lock up the condoms and they lock up the pregnancy test and they like
the baby formula is the one that always gets me.
All that up in
it's
the
like
Target.
Even in Canada they lock up, like, so I'll walk into a Shoppers Drug Mart, which is like our what's your drugstore there?
Walgreens.
We got a bunch. We got CVS,
Walgreens.
Shoppers Drug Mart's
Reed.
like our big one.
Yeah,
Dwayne Reed. That one I've seen in New York. But like nothing is really locked up there. Well, there's like razors behind the little panel you got to lift up. But baby formula will be like behind the glass. Like you have to like ask somebody to open the glass to get baby formula.
Pampers,
like the one thing that I wouldn't mind anyone stealing.
Yeah,
like
they're locking up everything. But where I live now, I've watched with my eyes, I'm not even going to hold you. Young girls walk over to the pregnancy test, open up the boxes and take them out. And I'm looking at them with my eyes. They're looking at me. I'm looking at them. That's not my business. Okay. You can't afford the pregnancy test. I get it. I get that and go figure out your life. But I've seen it. They're available there. People are stealing at this Target all the time. But because it's predominantly a white group of people that live out here, it's just not locked up. And I feel like it's
and probably not mass reported on the news, because every day I'm seeing right wingers post like, here's another footage of a black person stealing food.
Yeah.
We call it black taxing
frozen
too.
food. Like all that
We
kind
call
of
it
stuff.
like a black taxing too, because even what's funny is like even the I don't know, it was always a couple of cents or something more just in another city that I used to live in here. And here I'm like, why is it not the same? And I feel like it's like a black tax because this Target or this grocery store is here in this black neighborhood. They make things more money. But what I always see in those black neighborhoods is a liquor store. It's always going to be a liquor store right there, right there in the neighborhood. The local liquor store will be right there. But all these other stores sometimes are further, but they're in the city. And when they are in, I remember back when I lived in Palm Beach, growing up, South Florida, and I was in school, and they did this like experiment. They made a new school that was in a predominantly white area, and they just brought kids from working class neighborhood, the rich neighborhood where the school was, and then kids from a poor neighborhood, like poor neighborhoods out what we call Muck City, Pahokee, South Bay, and Belglade, and Clewiston. And the kid, we all got together, and of course there was a war in the school. Terrible experiment. But the kids were telling me how grateful they were for the Walmart. And I'm like, Walmart? What? We got Walmarts here. But they were talking about in their city, they had just finally put a Walmart in what we call Muck City. They finally put a Walmart there. And everybody was so excited about them finally not having to drive almost an hour out just to go to the Walmart. They didn't have those type of grocery stores there. And that was so crazy for me to hear them talk about that. And next thing you know, it was all over the news because they were taking stuff. Now, listen, people take stuff all the time, but because it's black folks, like I watch people come into these stores, open up the containers, which is filthy fruits, and just eat them. And just eat them while they walk, feed them to their kids, all kinds. Open up toys and give them to their kids to play with, all kinds of stuff. Wow. That happens in the stores around me. If somebody were to do that in these other stores, located in these other places, they will be on the news. We've seen this all the time. Somebody didn't even steal something, but they assumed they were stealing something. Yeah. Now, the attendants that work there will not let them leave. They won't let them leave. They're fighting for their, like, girl, you just work at Walmart. You are not a security guard. You're not a police officer. Let that man leave. Let that woman go. But we'll see a lot of those things on the news. But again, I see the same things happening here, but nothing is locked up. You won't have to wait. There's no lines. It's just, yeah.
When the things being locked up, like, that's evidence of what they would do if theft was actually a big problem to them, or they perceived it to be a problem. They wouldn't close the fucking store. Like, even the CFO, I think CFO or CEO of Walgreens admitted that they overstated how much theft there was, and it's because it's about the same. Like, there's going to be, you know, some spikes here and there and whatnot, but like, for the most part, this is all like mostly a manufactured issue. It's certainly, there's spikes in certain cities and whatnot, and crime will always exist. But like, this is like, if you watch local news, like, it is a fucking cesspool. And in Portland, there was a couple of stores that closed that the retailers are saying due to theft. I don't know if it was Walgreens or Target, and everyone's fucking talking about that. It's like, that is such fucking bullshit. First of all, never take a corporation at their word. Second of all, more and more stores are going to close. We could predict that because brick and mortar in general is just fucking dying. And at a lot of these stores, the shrink that they get, being somebody who worked in retail, it's going to change every single year. And a lot of that shrink is just due to fuck ups with regard to inventory. If you receive a product, you don't scan it in correctly. This happened when I worked at Blockbuster and Walmart. And you don't know if that's
retro.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I was the store manager of Blockbuster, and we fuck up all the time.
What you know about Blockbuster?
Oh,
Zoomers are like so confused right now. What the hell is Blockbuster?
Yeah, Zoomers are like, what the fuck is
it's
a
like
Blockbuster?
a Netflix store. It was wild.
Yeah, and listen, when I worked at Blockbuster, I stole all the time. Our shrink never went over 5%. Okay, I was responsible for the majority of the shrink, probably just sitting there eating like junk food and stuff and stealing
nobody
movies.
can come find you because Blockbuster is dead. Like, you know, so you can tell your truth. That's all right. That's okay.
Yeah. But like, shrink is always going to exist. It's a part of business, and some of that is going to be theft. But like, they're not going to close a fucking store due to theft. Like, I found that outrageous. And the retail association said that theft was not higher, contradictory to like the news reports locally. So it's an issue.
Look at the tweet. I put the numbers in the chat. You can see like Mike's saying, the numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah, you can see how easily you could drive hysteria just by like covering something more. You could get people worked up.
Like, if you scroll down just one, it'll show you the first one where it shows you the exact location, and then it shows you the one that is closing down has the least amount of reported, according to police data, the least amount of thefts. And then the
East Harlem.
This is such a good report.
Yeah.
The idea that shoplifting closes stores is fucking ridiculous. It's the cost of real estate is ridiculous. I'm sure that has to be part of it.
Absolutely,
cost of real estate.
But they don't want to. They don't want to talk about that. They want to blame it on people. So they're definitely.
Lock more people up. We don't have enough locked up, apparently.
Right, but we know that, especially in those stores, they make a big deal. Like at the Family Dollar store, that young man in, I believe it was Mississippi, who was gunned down by I think it was the police officers there because he was allegedly stealing, and it was a Family Dollar. Family Dollar. And we hear more and more about those things, but I see people still all the time that ain't black, that ain't whatever, and we're in stores that are in locations of rich white folks or whatever, like good neighborhoods. Now, but in those places, they automatically are good. It's easy to blame. It's easy to say this is what's happening. A lot of theft is happening here, so we're going to close it down for the safety of our stores and the safety of our employees.
It also works for the media.
Cutting that labor cost, 100 employees at a Walmart or a Target, shut that store down, save all that money, appease shareholders, maybe profits are lower. Yeah, sell it
prevents
off.
them from being criticized for downsizing and laying people off. Like
exactly.
It's the best excuse for companies to do that.
It hurts those communities. That's what's crazy. Like, now those people are going to be jobless. People that rely on those stores as for work, because they probably can't get work anywhere else. They go to Walmart, whatever. Like, that is terrible. But
also, Target was in a class action lawsuit for wage theft of their employees, and in one of the lawsuits was for $9 million of stolen wages. $9 million worth. Yeah.
This is what they do.
Plays a role.
This week, Epic Games, the biggest fucking gaming company that owns Fortnite, They're laying off 800 employees. They can absolutely afford to keep them. Yes, they're giving them 6 months severance. I think it should be a year, but they shouldn't be laid off in the first place. Like, this is what corporations do. This is part of that like drive to always increase profits. It's not enough to just be profitable. Each subsequent year, you have to make more and more money, and if you don't, that's considered a failure. So that's what they're doing. They will cut labor. They will cut employees. They will do what they need to do, no matter how dirty, no matter how many people are hurt, if they can increase money, which this is all making the case for fucking like publicly owned stores and whatnot. Like I watched the Majority Report video about Tim Pool freaking out about a community owned store. I don't remember where it was. It was such a great video. And they showed how communities like purchased stores and how well that went. Like the employees there got pensions now because profits are no longer.
Prices were all remarkably.
Maybe we can find that
clip
because it's so ridiculous.
Oh yeah. That was a shout out to Sam and Emma. That was a great clip because it showed that like, wait, yeah, why isn't this something that is talked about more? Community owned stores would be an excellent solution, right? Because I mean, part of it is like a lot of these brick and mortar stores in general, like they will be going out of business probably more often than not. I mean, look at Walgreens. I used to get my medication from them, but now I get it from Amazon. They just send it to me. So it's like, well, which large multinational corporation am I going to give my money to? The one that's going to give me my medicine directly, or the one that I have to go drive and pick up? I'm just going to like have them send it to me. So it's like, it's just more convenient. They're all going to die. So they can blame theft, or they can try to adapt and, stop being so greedy.
And they're all greedy. All these corporations are very greedy. I work for one that shall be that we won't name, but I'm always hearing about, okay, so a lot of employees have been working from home since, the start of COVID. And the building that we used to work in, there's one in the city that they don't use. This damn corporation, there's a big old building that stays vacant in the city of Atlanta, in the middle over there. Just there for beauty. It's the tallest building, I believe. But they don't use it. Ain't nobody really there. A lot of the people who are working in that office, they work from home, but it just sits there. But this other office, we call it the Green Monster. I think I was there, like I didn't even when I was there, I was like, I'm out here. I used to really rebel so much. They hated me in there. But they keep sending out these threatening emails for people who are on medical accommodations, right? And because of COVID gave a lot of people trauma. Don't nobody want to go sit in these cubicle farms, okay, unventilated. You might get a window seat, you don't know. Okay, your cell phone may or may not work for 8 to 10 hours of the day. You already had to get up 2 hours early to get dressed, drive through Atlanta traffic to get to this place, all kinds of things. People don't want to go sit in there. They are more effective at home. And the numbers showed. I made sure because I did a report. But they are calling people on a medical accommodations who are working from home and trying to tell them they need to come in. So I asked why. I sent a letter and I asked why. I had a conversation with one of the higher ups, and they were like, well, we are a front facing, that's what they call it, in office work environment. I said, well, for 3 years, you were a work from home environment. And everybody in the numbers showed how much money this place made with people working from home. And the retention, it's crazy. You guys can't even keep folks that you guys are hiring in office. People are leaving immediately because the thought of being in that environment is scaring people. And then, people not being able to get to their kids how they were used to, or to get home, or to do whatever. They're stuck in this building where you guys, it's almost like a jail. They only come outside, right, to go eat, which they have to walk up a hill to go to their car and get in the car, have about 20 minutes to go pick up their food, eat it in the car, and then walk back into the office. It's like a jail. So I let them know all of that, and I got with a couple of people at the job, and I asked them what their take was, and for them to do a survey. The survey showed that everybody felt more comfortable working from home, and they still decided to send out letters to people on medical accommodations, almost threatening them. But I let them know there's no way you can do that with people on medical accommodations. But it just goes to show these corporations are greedy as hell. They made so much money. Ooh, I was going to just call them by name, but they made so much money and still will tell you to your face, we didn't make enough. Took away bonuses also from people so that they can go into the office, stating that they didn't meet quota. But I look at the numbers and it showed that we exceeded quota for this particular department. So yeah, they be lying. They lie.
Oh, yeah.
Corporations lie.
It's a slap in the fucking face. Like at my husband's last job, he worked at an industrial printing company, and they would have him and all his coworkers go to these mandatory meetings, quarterly meetings, about like how much money the company was making, how much profits are up, and you're doing great. And then it's like, oh, sorry, we can't do bonuses this year. Here's like a $25 gift card for fucking Arby's or some shit instead. Like it's a slap in the fucking face. Like they're so greedy. And yeah, the work from home thing. Not only do people feel more comfortable with it because it is more comfortable, but like imagine how much money you save on childcare. How much like your overall quality of life goes up. Like if you have kids, like I worked at a fucking call center and I quit like after a couple of weeks, where I had to drive 45 minutes away to an off-site parking lot. Then we'd all have to take a bus to the actual building
shuttle,
to take calls. It's like, why am I driving so much to take fucking calls when I could do this right here? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's not hurting anybody. All your information's on the web anyway. Like, come on now, please. Like, let's just be able to do what we need to do. And it's funny because the people who were making this complaint, because I was in the meeting with them, they were at home. I'm pretty sure they were just dressed from head to, to chest, and they had on boxers. One guy, his baby girl, ran into the room, and he was literally saying, we need you guys to be in office. Hold on, to his baby girl. He gets the option and the opportunity to still be with his kids and his family and sit in his sunroom to do this meeting, while he wants everybody, new moms, people with trauma, people who recovered from COVID but got long COVID effects, people who have to travel in Atlanta traffic up to 2 hours, because during COVID it was a smooth ride, but now everything is back to normal. You gotta be outside like 2 hours before you go to work, all those things. So I brought that up in the meeting, and I'm like, well, you get to sit at home. They hate me. Wow, they do. They hate me so much. But I was like, you get to sit at home and you do all of that, and it's not. Tell me how that's fair to everyone else. What is the difference? Like, these people are also taking calls. Some of them are doing emails, but sitting in a cubicle, it's almost like they have to have that control over you. They need to have that control over you, and they need to make you feel like this is your life. If you want this job, you need to be in the office or we will fire you. Like, you need this more than we need you.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Well, now it's time to talk shit about Mike, our favorite part of the show.
It's like a commercial break.
Here, I have this random clip. I just here, let's enjoy this. This is Victoria Beckham. Posh Spice.
Oh, I seen this.
For all you 90s kids out there. And watch how her husband, David Beckham, comes in and is like, no.
Great. Yeah,
no.
This is good.
Working class. Be honest. I am being honest. I am being honest. What did your dad drive you to school in? So my dad did. No, one answer. My dad. What car was it? Alright, it's not a simple answer because. What did you get your dad to drive? It depends. No. Okay, in the 80s, my dad had a Rolls Royce.
Try to claim she's working class while her dad drove a fucking Rolls Royce.
Well, I don't know what she was going to say first. I'm glad Bay came out. He was like, hold on now. You're not about to embarrass my good name on here. You are going to tell the truth about how you was raised, lady. So
good on him for not taking that bullshit, for not pretending that they grew up struggling.
Yeah. No,
well, I think he was. I believe he was. I don't know about
working class.
Yeah, I don't know about struggling, but they were working class, and
so he definitely understands.
No, well, in that same documentary, he says that he was used to them working 11 to 12-hour days every single day, and in addition to that, his dad was also every single morning soccer. Sorry, football.
Right, and then Victoria Beckham growing up in a family where apparently she didn't realize that not every working class family was driving around in a Rolls Royce.
That explains Posh Spice, why she was
right. That's what I pointed out when I saw this clip. I was like,
but she probably was in a neighborhood and surrounded by people where she was the working class of the rich, but the rich. So she
they had last year's Rolls Royce.
Yeah, they had an old 3-year-old Rolls Royce. The hoopty Rolls Royce. But that's why. But I like that he came and cleared her. He's like, listen, okay, this this is a documentary about the Beckhams and what you're not gonna do and sit up here and everybody has your good information, okay? And these London or UK street, we're not doing that, okay? I like that.
Which, by the way, you can't control what family you're born into. Just don't pretend. Like, don't lie about it. Like,
that's the thing. Yeah. Same with politicians doing that all the time. It's
God.
like, why do you have to do the whole? I came from a fucking working class background, blue collar workers, my family, and it's like, no, you were a privileged kid with like your own trust fund.
Everybody is that. Like we didn't have. I know we started out thrifting, but then once my mom and my daddy worked hard enough, came up on some money. We was living in a house, good little neighborhood. So I made sure to tell my friends that at one point when we did get out of the poor, like my parents were able to do what they needed to do for me. When all my friends went and got cars, like my dad went to the lot. It wasn't the best car, but my other friends had to put it was very dangerous. They had to start the car by putting two wires together. She's a girl. We were like 16 having to pull over and put the two wires together, get the car started and head out. And my dad went and got me a 98 Toyota Corolla. Okay. And
Nice.
then it had tinted windows. Okay. Didn't have a CD player yet. But
I was gonna ask that.
No, that my daddy bought me that car. Y'all rolling here. Y'all don't have that. Y'all don't have that. So there's different levels for different people. But if you if you don't, like you said, like this is my thing with like Vivek. You don't got to be out here. If you really came up good, you just came up good. If you're a good person that's rich, that will come out. Like that will show. But you having to tell us that you come from like a hard working class when that wasn't your story, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I would respect it more if you were like, yeah, I came from wealth, but I care about the poor people. I'm a class trader. I'm like, base. That's great. Like we love class traders.
Mm-hmm.
But Posh Spice, I don't think she cares.
Posh Spice out there going, it's a hard knocks life.
And she let him correct. I like the dynamic there because he came out like, what? She was
He's like kicking in the door. He's like, what's going on here?
You say it right. If you're going to say it right. If you're going to tell the story, tell it correctly. And she was like, well, he caught me. So, yeah.
My first car was a 93 Chrysler Dynasty. It was a hand-me-down.
Mm.
Mine was a 1996 station wagon. I don't remember what brand, but it was long and blue.
Are they the long ones? Yeah. I think that was the same as me. Mine was red.
Oh, mine was dark blue.
Oh.
My first car was a 1985 Dodge Ram conversion van.
Nice.
That sounds awesome, actually. That's a great
You
first
said
car.
1985?
1985 Dodge Ram conversion van with the
I'm looking this
the
one up.
electric bed that came up into a seat and then could turn into a bed because it was for my band. It was my first car. I wanted the band van.
Rock star.
Yeah, I wanted the band van. Our windows had blinds.
Like, do you have original music we could listen to?
Oh, here
Somewhere. I don't have it on me. It's somewhere. This is going back
this.
20 years now. Yeah.
I
somewhere
need
though.
to see. I need visual. Oh, my
Yeah, that's actually what mine looked like. Yeah, that's what it looked like.
That's a
actually
sweet
awesome.
car, actually.
That's what it looked like.
It's like a little house. A little house.
Yeah.
of
It was
Look,
cool.
it has little curtain. What is the curtains and the
Yeah.
What's
window?
the inside? Is there,
Yeah.
do we get the interior here? I want to see the interior.
This one, it got a good little shine on it.
I gotta say, mine was not in this nice of a condition.
It wasn't brand new.
This is a very nice one. Show the inside. Come on. What is it?
Yeah, I want to see the inside. Oh, the back. The back looks exactly like it. The rear of the car is exactly what it looked like.
What's going
Oh,
on
there
here?
we go.
The
And
little
we
bar?
didn't have that. It was a big bed in the back that you press the button and it would turn
That's
into
even
an
better.
Did you use
extra-
the bed?
We would put it down and put stuff on it, like put like the instruments and stuff on it.
equipment.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Wow. There we go. No, a little table.
Yeah, that's what the inside of the car looked like. Yeah.
Did yours
It
have a
looked like
table,
that.
Matt?
We did not have
Did
a
you
table.
solve
though.
crimes?
It's like a little baby RV.
I miss it now. You're making me miss the van.
Don't one of the seats like turn around, like go backwards?
No, they didn't. No.
Oh, okay. That's a different car I'm thinking of.
This is a really cool first car, though.
No, that's
This
a
is
cool
sweet
first car.
Yeah.
It gives me
Only
now, it doesn't give me
7,000
the van.
miles in this thing?
Yeah, I don't believe it. They definitely turned that shit back.
Well, I mean, looking at this thing, it wasn't
They
driven
weren't
very
buying
often.
all of those, were they? No, I don't think so.
Oh wow, that's how the
Ashtray.
front of it looked. Yeah, with that. Yeah, a little bit like
Wait, is
that.
that a
yeah.
rolly dispenser? Does it have its own rolly dispenser? Is that
That's a
Well,
Pimp
not
My
mine
Ride
didn't.
one.
But
That looks like it could have been on Pimp My Ride.
Yeah.
Man, I'm feeling nostalgic now.
You know
What are
what?
doing, man?
We need a show and tell day where we bring old photos.
There
our
we go.
first
There wasn't
cars.
the back wasn't that nice, but something like that. Yes.
I would love to. I would love
Amazing.
to see you guys' lives because I would never
Very
see
nice.
Matt like
was it
I
sold
want to
for?
see Matt in his band. Like I want to see you with
Yes,
your band.
I want to see the band videos.
I'll have to pull them up.
Yeah, I did
they're
share-
not. They're not on a computer. They're on those old mini DV tapes somewhere. Remember those?
Oh wow. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how long ago this was. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say they're in a photo album. That ain't that bad. Like now that's a step up in technology. I thought you were gonna say it was like in a photo album.
Yeah. I have a picture of me that I posted on Instagram when I was 19, and I look like you know how the boy bands always had like a rapper? I look like the rapper in a boy band. Like I had a very thin beard all the way down my chin. Yeah, I had the frosted tips. It was very crazy looking. Yeah.
Like what? Like the white rapper, like Sugar. What was that one? He was like a rapper in a group. He had the little frosted tips, spiked, right? Did you spike yours?
I think. Are you talking about Five? I think.
Yeah, I think it was the group. But the little frost. I want to get it right. I gotta find.
I don't remember if my hair was
Sugar
spiked
Ray.
in this.
Sugar
Sugar Ray.
Ray.
Oh yeah. So my hair wasn't. I don't remember it being spiky
Sugar
in that
Ray.
one. But it was the same type of color
Sugar
scheme
Ray.
where it was like blonde frosted tips, but like dark beard.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I
it
can
was weird. Like it just yeah.
What were we
it's
doing?
weird seeing that.
I was going to the club when I first started going to the club. When I went to college, I was.
Oh no!
Look at him!
Oh my god! Oh, that picture on the bottom left. That's the one I'm talking about. When I was 19.
Look at you!
Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, I have some.
Wow.
Older, yeah, I was 19 right here.
You're giving.
Damn, you look a lot different there.
You're giving
You
Lance
do look
from
different,
NSYNC. Is that what's his name? Lance.
Oh, I take that as an
Yeah.
insult, actually.
The Badlands.
Actually, he doesn't look. I'll be honest. He doesn't look like Lance. He looks like Joey Fatone.
He does. Joey.
That's
We'll
what
go
it
Joey.
is. Joey
I
Fatone.
prefer, honestly, yeah, I'd prefer
I can
that
see
to
that.
Lance.
You like you was one of the non-singers in the boy band.
I was just like the backup.
Yeah.
And like I never had any roles.
Yeah. So do you
Yeah.
guys remember 98 Degrees?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
There's only like 2 of them left, isn't there? Or am I thinking of someone else?
There's
Really?
3.
They all died?
No,
I'm thinking of LFO. Remember LFO? 2 of those guys
Oh.
died.
2 of them died?
I'm pretty sure.
What?
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn. That's
random.
weird.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
I would say NSYNC.
Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Matt?
Even though Justin was fine, no one can. AJ was it for me. That was the love of my life. Okay, I loved him so much.
Oh, okay.
I feel like Backstreet Boys was more of a band, and NSYNC was more of like Justin Timberlake and everybody else. Like,
No, don't play JC now. JT. What was his name? JC or JT?
exactly.
No, see,
They're both. Yeah.
There was
I just
JT and everybody
remember
else.
when he was good. Justin Timberlake was good, but the other one was good. Look, the other one, because he was in a song with 702. Oh baby, bring it up. He did like
right.
And
that was a
what was
great
it?
song.
He had a verse though. The verse in that song, he said, Do you like my thug and sex appeal?
My Tim's,
Love?"
my baggy jeans, my thug appeal. I'm like,
Oh,
is
that's
this
what he said.
This was not written by him,
It
was
was
it?
back in the day. We used to let everything fly, and it's okay. I loved it. Everything was unproblematic. It was like music is gonna be music. We listened to everything. I had my emo music I would play. I had the R&B music I would play. You listen to everything now. But
Yeah,
why would they have that
same
boy
here.
saying he had the thug appeal with his Timbs and his baggy jeans? Because
Yeah.
I was wearing that. People were wearing that back then.
I got made fun of because I had fake Tims in 6th grade.
Listen. My mom bought me fake Reeboks, and I didn't
Oh,
know.
no.
And this is back Reebok Classics, and they roasted me, honey. They
Brutal.
roasted me so bad when I was like in 6th grade,
Aw.
and then she bought me cross checkers, And I was like, Mom, I can't go to school like this. They're really picking on me. And she didn't speak no English. She didn't know nothing. And I had to go with her to the store and get like my first pair of like Nikes that were like the least wanted, but at least it was a brand because the kids were so mean.
They will fucking drag you.
All that shit. I'm not. Is that still big? Is that still like a thing now? Where like you have to wear certain brands or you're not cool?
Zoomers were way better than our generation.
I feel like they're way better now.
The kids are wearing Fashion Nova, but they're also wearing Gucci to school. They're wearing Fashion Nova, which is really cheap. Fast fashion is super cheap. They can get things online for whatever. So they're
like
wearing
secondhand stuff is like big too.
Yeah. Oh, thrifting, because I love thrifting.
Yeah.
I still thrift because my mom till this day. I found a lot of great things thrifting till this day. But yeah, the kids, they like wearing. I wear a lot of, y'all see me. I wear a lot of graphic tees. I wear it with a lot of band members. I love me a graphic tee.
I love those too.
But the kids, like today, I don't know. For some reason this year, there was a viral video on TikTok where the teachers were seeing all the kids, like that's all they were wearing was graphic tees. So they did this challenge where they asked each student that was walking by randomly, who's on your shirt? It'll be like Tupac. They're like,
They don't even know.
Oh yeah, no.
Who's on your shirt? It looks like a rock band.
So they're just wearing it because it's a graphic tee, not because they actually care what's on it.
Yes,
That's
they just
incredible.
want to copy off of, history repeats itself when it comes to style. And I think 90s had their particular style. I'm glad that we came from generations that had their style. But the kids ain't got style. They just keep using old style. So yeah,
some of the 90s styles really should not come back. Like, I'm sorry, the really like big wide leg, like what's the name of those jeans? Jenko jeans that were like massive. I remember.
Oh yeah. No, those are ridiculous.
Jabot, the Jabot.
I had a
jeans?
pair of those too because they were like cool back then, and they're so lame. They're terrible.
Oh my god, oversized, and all the boys just that era when we was doing the snap your fingers and all the boys was going to the damn corner store to buy their white tee, okay, and they were buying it in 7X, and the kids were itty bitty, no kind of meat on the bones, 7X white tee,
gigantic shirts.
Just because Cameron wore a pink one. And now they're going out with pink ones and then getting the bandana and tying it and go. I remember when Jeezy came out with the snowman shirts, and you could get that wherever. And they were telling us you couldn't go to school with them. They banned the snowman shirts from school.
Why?
Because Jeezy. And they were like, because a rapper.
You would think they wouldn't know. Like the teachers would be oblivious to that.
They were finding out. They were finding out. What a picture came up for me on Facebook. Facebook will always humble you. And a picture came up for me on Facebook the one time that I decided to log in. And I had a business casual outfit on in my first time in college. And I thought I was doing something. Why was I going out with the suit top, leggings? And like it didn't make a dress underneath that suit top with leggings, okay, fully dressed, ready to go after school, like I was going, or after the club, but like I was going straight to an interview. Okay, I don't know why we went through that phase of doing business casual at the club, but that was a terrible. Men were wearing feds. Men were wearing ties and stuff to the club. It was a crazy time in 2000s. It was crazy.
That is weird. This makes me want to go to BuzzFeed and look up like the top 20 things that we were wearing in the 2000s or the 2010s or whatever. It is crazy how much the style changes each decade. Like I'm probably completely out of style now because I still like cargo shorts. Apparently those are bad. I will swear by them. But like, yeah, it just keeps changing. Yeah.
If I could just wear like track pants and like a t-shirt my entire life, I'd be happy. But it's like I have this thing where like I have a hard time wearing jogging pants like in public because I feel like when I was younger, it was always seen as something like, oh, you're a slob if you wear jogging pants. So like I only wear them indoors, even though it's really just a mental block. Like who's going to say anything if I wear jogging pants to the store? Who cares?
I'm always self-conscious that people are going to be looking at my dick if I wear jogging pants.
Listen, that's what people want, though.
It's
they
a weird
want
fear.
people in gray sweatpants because that's what they want to see. That was a whole thing, remember, on Instagram, gray sweatpants. So that was the thing.
That made me so self-conscious. I'm like, God, so I guess I won't wear that. Not that I like leave the house ever, but you know what I mean? Like
wear boxer briefs or like, there's ways to prevent
yeah. Everything. It's like leggings for women and like for guys.
Yeah. So
I basically wear leggings.
We can't really wear leggings.
I basically wear leggings.
I mean, we technically
wear leggings?
could.
No, I wear very tight black jeans.
Oh yes.
You look like you wear tight black jeans.
Even at home,
Are
though?
they ripped in the knees?
Not at home.
Yes, some of them are. Not pre-ripped. They ripped over time. I don't buy any of that garbage. At home, I pretty much wear shorts. I wear shorts.
Yeah, same here. I wear shorts.
Yeah, I have camouflage shorts. I have basketball shorts. I have. Right now, I'm wearing jean shorts.
Everybody
jeans
has...
to me are just not comfortable. I don't wear jeans indoors.
Oh, see, I love wearing jeans. I feel like every dude has a pair of dad jeans and hoochie daddy shorts. Like everybody, we can confess that. No, okay.
What are hoochie daddy shorts again?
I have mom jeans, and I have like so many that I got. The ones that you get from like Shein and them, I don't have a. I hate to say this, like I don't have that body. I'm a slimmer girl, so I don't have like a BBL body. Those Shein, Fashion Novas, they don't fit my little booty. So when I go to the thrift store, those fit me. Like those old vintage like mom jeans, I love them because they're good for my body type, and they don't bleed when you wash them like that. They're real Levi denim, Guess denim, like that good strong denim. Good cotton. What's his name? What can you do? He asked me what my favorite 90s fashion was, and I still wear these bamboo earrings. I'm pretty big on the door knockers. Like these are my smaller hoops, but I wear huge, like big hoops, especially when I put my hair like in a top knot. I'll wear like really big like earrings, and I like to wear the bamboo ones.
I love that.
Yeah, I still love those. Those are, yeah.
Is it just me, or is like in the 1900s, in the 20th century, every sort of decade has their specific style.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the 2000s, that's not been the case.
Yeah,
like you could look at someone and see 90s style. You could look at someone and see 80s style, 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, all. 2000s on 2000s, the aughts, 2010s.
We tried it.
Nothing.
So 2000s, we tried it. We did have, and that's early 2000s. Like, and I'll say probably around like 2006 to like 11, 12. We were doing that business casual style look. That was crazy.
That's true. Yeah.
Putting the belt on top of like just random stuff. Like
the fedoras
and the bow tie. Men was out here with the bow ties, and why? I don't know. But
was that a thing? I must have missed that. It
was a thing.
I was wearing no bow tie.
The plaid, the shirt with the damn
hair.
dragon on it, the button down. Like why?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
those,
that came in a style, and that was a style. But I think after that,
affliction shirts.
Yeah, the kids are reaching back and just grab. They don't want to create their own style. There's a picture of 4 white women. It's black and white, but I think they were in like the 50s or 60s, and they had on bathing suits. Back then the bathing suits were more high waist, were covered, things like that. Nice bathing suits. I have a couple of those vintage type bathing suits myself, but the so they have in the picture underneath, and the caption says, "I wonder if these women knew that these dresses or these bathing suits that they have on will one day become kids' prom dresses." And it looks like 2 pieces. And I looked again, and they look like 2 pieces that they sell on Shein, like on Fashion Nova. It really does. A lot of the clothes just repeat themselves for whatever other reason. And now everything is really tight and really small. Really tight and really small.
Yeah.
Just some breaking news, everyone. Apparently, President Trump is endorsing Jim Jordan for Speaker.
Oh, former president. Let me see him.
Yeah, former president.
Oh.
Has the GOP or didn't the GOP already have a speaker that was a pedo?
Yes, it was
in like the
David
late 90s, right?
Or something. I can't remember his name. Haster.
So they're repeating history then.
Yeah. So Jim Jordan. Dennis Haster.
He looks dead.
Yeah. he might. Did he die? I think he did. Did he?
Dennis Haster?
Yeah.
No, Jim Jordan, but
oh, well, he looks dead too.
Jim Jordan.
No, I'm looking at him like.
Well,
so
to be
he
clear,
endorsed him as
Jim Jordan wasn't directly implicated in pedophilia. He was covering it up, wasn't he? Wasn't that, yeah.
He
Just
sat
to be
on it.
Yeah. No, I didn't. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Allegedly.
I just figured everyone knew the story already, but yes. No.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's no good choice for speaker. You know what I mean, from the Republican. I thought it would be Steve Scalise because I feel like he's a guy who's crazy but could get enough votes to, you know. I mean, he's a McCarthy ally, so he would get those votes. But
And did you guys already
some of the crazy
discuss McCarthy? I was going to say, did you guys already discuss McCarthy?
Yeah, we.
Did you have thoughts on it?
I got that out the way. All right. Good.
You could share your thoughts
No,
on
that
that.
didn't have
And
to
jump
say
in.
no.
It's a
We
great
know.
story.
I mean, there's nothing else to say. Like, you know, and I'm glad that people went back and started to look at all the things that he undid while he's, you know, was seated. So I don't, you know, him being ousted, I don't know what that means for the Republicans or what that's going to look like. But it was a good moment to wake up to that.
Yeah.
To it. So.
It's been a very entertaining week, I'll tell you
It
that.
has. Did y'all get that buzz on your phone that everybody was doing like conspiracy theories
did you turn
about?
into zombies? You guys have going through zombie phase right now?
I did for a little bit, but I turned back.
Nice.
I'm still a zombie.
You're still a zombie.
Like there was some people like I am not keeping. They had so many, you know, Face starts on Facebook, so Facebook they're gonna take it somewhere else. Like they're not gonna joke about it. They're just gonna be like, turn it off because you don't want to get cancer. Okay.
Yeah, didn't they say to wrap it in tinfoil and put it in the microwave? Was that what they were recommending?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like my mom was sending me WhatsApp stuff in Creole about the alarm. I'm like, well, who sent you this? How are you getting this? She said she got it from Facebook. Like, why are they telling you to do like all? Mama, this is the same alert sound that you get when there's an Amber Alert, which always pops up on my phone randomly. Like it's the same, and it was only for a couple of seconds, and that was it. Like it wasn't whatever happened to us in that time happened to us before when we got the alert before. Like y'all relax. But the people were like, you know, don't let it do that. It's gonna mess up your kids. There was so much conspiracy surrounding
Did you see that viral Reddit post about a landlord who forced all of his tenants, and he had multiple tenants, to have to shut off all of their like power? He was like, I'm cutting off all your power, and I really ask that you do things like maybe consider putting your devices in tinfoil and stuff like that.
It's funny you mentioned that, Lance, because last night on my live stream, I had the guy behind that post on to talk about it.
No way.
Yeah, he told me what happened. According to him, he called the cops yesterday, and the cops came and spoke to the landlord. And apparently they were there just as the emergency alert went off, and the landlord apparently was like bugging out, like thinking, and like it was this whole big thing. The cops couldn't do anything though because the landlord wasn't doing anything illegal.
Wait,
the whole
he
building
legally just turn off their power for his own conspiracy. Like he can believe zombies are going to occur, and then
I
turn
mean,
off
there's
power?
no crime being committed that the police could get involved.
Oh,
with.
right. So it's not
he can take the landlord to civil court though.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy, he showed me text messages he sent him previously. The dude is his landlord's full on QAnon guy. Like it's not just this conspiracy theory.
Looking at that, I believe.
Yeah, it's never just the one. It's got to be the. If you believe this shit, then you're already deep in it. Like
absolutely,
you're not a one like conspiracy kind of a guy. Who is that?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm just a flat earther. All the rest is just madness. Don't listen to me. Flat Earth is all.
You know, when they start off with they're going to be the ones to talk about the Earth being flat. They're going to talk like it's just a whole thing, and it's like that is what you find on Facebook. You log into Facebook, that's what you find, and then a whole bunch of weird videos.
But to think those people have any power, like their landlords or their bosses, they have power over other individuals in their lives, and they can control them with their conspiracies. Like that's where, like a lot of these conspiracies like seem harmless. Like someone thinking the Amber Alert's going to turn into a zombie, who cares? But if that's your landlord and he's turning the power off, then it becomes a serious issue.
Tell the landlord, I can't do that. I work from home. Like you can't just turn off my power for your own.
But the landlord is the landlord, and they always want to feel like they got control. So now y'all got to do what I say.
Oh, he should sue him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you're losing money. You're trying to get work done. Like that's not acceptable. I'm curious, Matt. What other conspiracies as landlord did he use to push on the tenants? Because he had other text messages too, right?
Right. Let me. He sent me. There was a website. 1 second. Let me pull up this website. It was. something else. He sent them like a link from this like insane conspiratorial website.
Like this is like his source. Oh god.
Not for this. This was for something else. Hold on. I gotta go back in my web history. Hold on.
I could not imagine having a landlord like that. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him. Like, the thing isn't so much like we were talking about it. The thing isn't so much that like this happened and the power in the whole building was out for a couple of hours. The more concerning thing is if this guy just reading something online compels him to shut off all the power in his building. What will a conspiracy theory convince him to do to his tenants next? Like, what if he comes across a conspiracy theory telling him he needs to off everybody on the top floor of his building? He's going to go with a shotgun and murder everyone living on the top floor of his building? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's scary. Where's this? It was a ridiculous website. Hold on, I'm going back in my history here. Oh, wait.
I also saw Naomi Klein going up against Dr. Drew, who's pushing anti-COVID vaccine bullshit. The Dr. Drew. It's just never ending.
Shout out to Debunk the Funk, awesome YouTube channel you should all be following.
Yes.
Debunk the Funk, he debunks all popular COVID conspiracies with science.
Pull that up,
and
David?
debated Dr. Drew firsthand and embarrassed him fully, which has been.
I haven't seen that debate, but I do like Dr. Debunk the
really
Funk.
good. Yeah,
I'll check it out.
Dr. Drew and Dr. Oz are problematic.
Yeah, they are. Oh shit. You could just tell what you're getting as soon as you.
Yeah, he sent him this. His landlord sent him this link. Saying there was like some good news. We don't know if you want to play that video. I haven't even seen the video.
I kind of want to watch it.
I think it'll be taken off YouTube probably.
Well, we're debunking disinformation. It's important that we
do you know
do
how
that.
YouTube works? They don't fucking care.
No, as long as you.
Wait, look at that ad. The God frequency will work for you. Daily habit for 3 weeks and simply watch your life.
If I make $130,000 a year, how much house can I afford? The ads on the side are crazy. Or are these the news? No, this is the news. These are the latest what they're posting on here. If I make $130,000,
I mean, the giveaway is how terrible this website is.
Hell yeah!
It's 33 minutes long. Okay, let's play a few seconds.
At the beginning, yeah, we're not gonna watch all 33 minutes.
We are currently under a sustained DDoS attack for several consecutive days, which may result in intermittent website access during certain hours. However, please rest assured that we will swiftly resolve this issue, allowing you to access the website again shortly thereafter.
So
we are entering a crucial phase in history, so let's work together to create a better world. Please support us through Give Send Go by clicking
Full screen doesn't work on this website for some reason.
Listen,
all right, we can see it.
below each video. Thank you all for your contributions.
Is that Matt Walsh?
We are working.
While Donald Trump was nominated.
Oh, it's more AI voice.
Restored Republic via GCR. Update as of October 4th, 2023.
Here's a text-to-speech video on
the latest video will be shown earlier at the official website.
The evidence
Who
speaks for
watched? Exactly. Who watches this and thinks, yes, these people are trustworthy? Like, this is so.
It could be
like, look at this site. Look at the graphics.
That has nothing to do with our politics. Nothing to do with that's just getting money off.
You
of
don't
it.
know that yet, Rebecca. We haven't finished the video. Okay.
This site is straight out of like 1996. Like this is just like
I love
the formatting.
I love the thumbnail. I love the thumbnail for the video where Donald Trump was carrying two children through like a river. Yeah.
Wait, do you see the water freedom system? Is it worth it? Go down a little bit. That ad, the water freedom system. Is it worth it? What does that mean?
It's gotta be.
Then there's a numerologist down here. Oh my god!
Join Telegram if you love President Trump.
There's 4 comments. What does it say?
Oh, don't scroll down. There's going to be anti-Semitism galore.
No, wait. The one below is talking about the emergency broadcast alert. Maybe this is where the landlord saw this stuff. I wonder if the EBS or any of the imminent is ever going to happen.
October 4th may be a day to remember, or it may be just the first 1,726.
We have a non-believer.
The anti-RV people are mostly Democrats. Surprise, surprise. Get out of here. This is dumb.
What the
Look,
hell?
support us on the side.
Scroll below. Let's see the next comment.
Oh god,
Same
you're rolling
person.
the dice on this one. I swear.
Oh my! Is the same person all down the row? There's
It
4
gotta
comments.
be
It says.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! It is.
They had a lot of time.
Oh my god!
Can we bring
That's
Jeanette on the show?
Right. That's so 90s of her. Like, this is how you know this is like who is doing this on like a website like this? Who's really
It's
leaving
all
comments?
her,
Wow, shout out to Jeanette.
She's
Really?
giving that. She gave that
person's
page
crazy.
something.
Yeah, this person's just as crazy.
She
I
gave
know, I
that-
wanna talk
Let's keep
to
watching
her.
that video. I want to see a little bit more. We didn't get to far enough. I need to hear
Get outta
something.
here, man.
Wow.
Did we see enough?
Judy note on twos.
Judy
3rd of
note?
October,
What?
blockchain's global
On
cryptocurrency
Crypto!
collapsed,
Crypto!
and the stock market remained in free fall. Kevin McCarthy was removed as Speaker of
Or
the House,
was he?
while Donald Trump was nominated to be Speaker of the
No,
House.
he wasn't.
He wasn't nominated.
Meanwhile, Scavino posted a video of a
was
drive
joking
into New
about.
York. At the 34 seconds mark, the freeway sign
Oh,
came into
here it
focus
is,
to say
QAnon.
E34 Street. Q drop 34 says, "My fellow Americans, over the course of the next several days you will undoubtedly realize that we are taking back our great country. We will be initiating the emergency alert
Oh
system.
my God.
Oh, Q did the
During this
emergency
time in an
I
effort
did.
to provide a direct
Good job,
message,
Q.
avoiding the fake
Finish that.
news to all citizens. The east may be
Y'all.
needed
What
very
the
soon.
hell?
The CIA's Operation Gladio has used Biden's open borders policy to sneak into the U.S. a secret army of foreign mercenaries, criminals, terrorists and other soldiers of fortune. They have placed these terrorists in every major American city."
Okay, I don't want to risk
Wow.
YouTube policy.
You know what?
here.
I have a feeling who is
This
this?
is all ridiculous.
Ivar Cassandra. There's going to be some allegations against this person because they're getting too close to the truth. That seems
True.
very legitimate.
For Russell Brand, they'll get any of you.
Yeah, man. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Wow,
Q,
that made
we
my
knew you
head
were
hurt.
behind this. So thank you for the EVS. Or
Unbelievable.
So
EAS? What is
it
it?
was worldwide, wasn't it? Like on every single cell phone.
Countrywide.
No, it's just America.
Country. Oh, because y'all didn't get it, so y'all didn't.
I
Y'all
didn't turn
just
into a zombie. I wanted it.
Yeah.
You know? Can you send me the signal? Give me some zombification here.
Over the
Right.
next
Well,
couple of weeks,
yeah.
you're gonna see Matt, Rebecca, and myself slowly but surely change into zombies.
I'm gonna get
Our
like the.
Hell yeah.
I gotta say,
I'm
could you
gonna get
imagine
more
though? Could you
Avatar. I'm
could
gonna
you
get more
imagine-
Avatar, that type of thing.
Could you imagine the
Mhm.
reaction if this alert was worldwide though? Oh my god, the globalists are trying.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Right.
Oh, man.
At
It
that
would be
point, they
a
have a point. The world can't work on anything together, but they can work on this together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
How about climate change?
Global zombie signal.
Do climate change
Well
next.
done.
Man, that's
Yeah.
a great website. What was the link again?
Restored Republic.
We are not.
Restored
We're
Republic.
not advertising this place. No.
Next week, guest, we're going to be talking to Jeanette from Restored Republic. She's an avid watcher of the text-to-speech videos, and she has some inside information that I think
And an
we
avid
See,
lunatic.
It wasn't given the new AI. The beginning did, but then it started giving that text to speech. It was just very old school. That site. That's
Yeah,
how you know.
no, the text to
You
speech.
you'd be funny, and I
Why?
can totally picture it. There, at least some portion of that audience definitely started watching the video and was like, "Oh my god, the guy who owns this website, they've already turned him. He's
Right.
already turned into a robotic, a robotic zombie. Listen to his voice."
I'm surprised we didn't get all these ads coming up telling you, like, because when you go to those type of sites, so much.
I have ad blocker on, so maybe that's
Oh,
why.
okay. They're all coming up,
Yeah.
so you can't even really. You got to click off of 90 things, and if you click
Yeah.
on the X, you may have not clicked exactly on the X. It done took you somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
what those.
they
sites
have a
do.
donate button. I bet that's. I mean, they must get
Don't do
enough
it.
crazies to give money.
Don't do it. Gonna have your computer sick. Don't do it.
Guaranteed, the person behind this is not does not believe any of this shit. They're just like a sociopath who can put this out, knows how to make money, knows how to grift this angle, and or maybe they are crazy because the website sucks. So maybe
Yeah. It looks
is a
very
terrible
authentic
website.
if you ask me.
Yeah, it probably is.
Mike,
You know,
you
I
was
think I'm
loving
wrong
it.
now. No, I think it's legit.
Yeah, I mean,
crazy.
I'm sure that person at Thanksgiving dinners is very entertaining, to say the least.
What if it's like I said? What if it's somebody? Here's my conspiracy. Somebody in a whole other country that uses
Oh.
speech to text, but this is how they make their money because they know that Americans eat that type of stuff up. So
possible.
the Trump stories and stuff. So that's what they do. Like
Oh, it's
That's how they make their money.
Watch us like my uncle or something. I'll have to call him up and ask him what he's been doing lately. No, I don't want to talk to him.
It's got to be at least one conspiracy theorist listening to this and being like, listen, I have a feeling Stephen Hawking is behind this website. Sounds just like him.
Someone should comment that. All right. Super chats?
Super chats.
Let's do it.
I didn't get none. Look, all y'all, but there were a lot of people who were watching.
It's a slow day.
So I'm gonna there were a lot of people who were watching on my live.
Slow day for all of us.
We're putting up that banner right now, Rebecca.
Okay. There were a lot. So shout out to everybody on my live, though. You guys definitely came out and were watching on my live and supporting. Thank you so much. Haven't got monetized just yet, but I'm almost there. So
where are you at?
I don't know. Now with people on there, I'm at 1.7, so 1,700 something.
How many view hours you got?
Yeah, that's the hard thing. It's 3,000.
That is hard. Yeah.
You 4,000.
It's 4,000 now. Great.
Yeah, 4,000 hours.
They stress me, but I'm almost there though.
Nice.
Look, I only look at the line and then I look at the.
Yep.
Go to the monetization tab so that you could see how it shows you like what you've hit, what goals you've hit.
Oh, I'm almost there. I'm at 2,906 public watch hours. So I got to get
hell yeah.
So streaming does
nice.
Streaming is the key.
Just to get
I should start streaming on my other channel then.
I forget, like I do on here, to stream my own show now that I'm. I always do it straight from Ben's page on the Benjamin Dixon Network. That's where my show usually streams. So now I always forget to stream it on mine, and people are reminding me. See, now I got to do that. So once I'm doing my StreamYard and stuff on Saturdays, I have to stream it directly to my page. But
don't forget, because you'll hit those metrics really quick.
I won't forget because the audience was on me last Saturday. So yeah, we'll be on this Saturday. We're gonna be on this Saturday, like it or not. Make sure you guys tune in. It's always a good time. Me, Ben, and Bubba, we have such a great time. We get to let our hair down, or if I wear it up, we just, cover the news, might start a little strong, and then we go easy, and we just joke around and have a good time. So make sure you guys tune in. We call it like One Saturday Morning, but not like trademark from the One Saturday Morning. But once it's like a Saturday morning with us, and we have a good time. And we're also on Power 104. I gotta figure out what it is. We just got on it, and I'll figure it out. And
That's awesome.
But we're also on the radio in the Twin Cities, so and we'll be on the radio, I believe, in Louisiana soon as well. So we're working towards that with the Like It or Not show. So yeah, on the same channel, on my same channel, you guys will see it. So all you guys who follow the show, Leftist Mafia here, you guys can see it on my same channel on Saturday. So. But other than that, y'all know what it is for me. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. And I had a good time with you guys, even though I was late. So, but I'm out. I love you guys, mean it. And I'll see you guys next Thursday.
You take care.
Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye. I'm going to sign off to everybody.
Take care.
Can't wait to see you next Thursday. Have a ton of fun with all y'all. And if you want a brand new video I just put up today about Go Woke, Go Broke, in an animated channel I have, which is all just filled with cartoons explaining stuff, go to youtube.com/@mindexplosions. That's @mindexplosions. They're animated videos that explain complex topics in a simple way. And you'll have fun,
Beautiful. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Bye, everybody. Have fun.
Take care.
Peace, Lance.
All right, so this one is for me, Archangel, with $5. Thank you. Mike, now that the MCU has established alternate timelines, how do I get to the one that has Trump never running and sanity restored? This one sucks. You have to go to New York, find the building that Dr. Strange lives in. I forgot the name of the building. What is it called? There's a Lego set of it. I should know this. Fuck. I don't remember. But I'm not gonna remember it. Anyways, go there, get him to help you go back in time or get into a different timeline. That's how you do it. But be careful because you could open up wormholes and yeah. I'm tired if you can't tell. This one's for me also. J Cass. Even if you hate them at first, the thing about beards is after a while they grow on you. But Beautiful.
Yes, Mark Wayne's all. Sorry, that's someone else's chat, but yes.
Radio Friendly Box says, "Wait, Mark Wayne is all one word." Yes, the guy's first name is Mark Wayne, one word. Very bizarre. I agree.
Yeah, Sanctum Sanctorum, Django Fett got it. Yes. I don't know why I could not remember that.
Jay Kaz for the super chat. How can Gates look both like Beavis and Butthead at the same time?
That's pretty good.
Narrator with a $10 super chat. Will repubs voting for Trump to be speaker as the government shuts down finally show their base how unserious these sycophants are? No. The answer is unfortunately no. Oh, no. The base is going to eat up Trump being nominated. They're going to love it.
That.
Yeah, they think it's great. They can't wait.
Hildegard's Goat, $5 super chat. Thank you. Says, I love you guys. Great commentary. Really enjoyed your coverage of Republican debate. Millennial pundits rock. That's right.
Oh, that's so nice.
No Gen Z in our...
Yeah, we're all millennials here.
It's got to be... We cut out Gen X because they've gone...
Well,
Gen X is just...
I'd welcome a Gen Z. Gen X, though, there's no chance.
No,
ever.
Yeah. I'd welcome a boomer before I welcome a Gen X.
How does Sam Cedar feel about that?
I mean, if I was Sam at this point, knowing how Gen X turned out, I'd be doing the opposite of what he used to. He used to argue how he was Gen X. Like, if anyone called him a boomer, he'd be like, no, I'm within the Gen X. I would now reverse that and be like, I'm on the tippy. I'm more of a boomer, I think.
More a boomer.
I'd argue for the boomer generation now. Gen X is really, oh my God, gone... I don't know how COVID made them all lose their minds, really. Something happened to Gen X in the past 3 years. It's bonkers.
This is for me from a Lucky Black. Thank you for the message. Hey, I hope things have been going well for you. They have. Thank you. I haven't been caught up on your videos in the past, and yes, I renewed my membership. Well, I appreciate it. Hey, look, we've only got a limited time, and politics rots your brain, so why waste it on that? I get it. When you can catch up, that's fine. No stress, no pressure.
Me, Tony Crump, $20 super chat. Let's find you a. Does that work? You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
It's not my headphones for some reason, but there we go. Awesome.
Oh, hold on. I'm looking through the live stream chats that in StreamYard that aggregate all of our chats together. And I think I just alienated half our audience. I did not realize half of our audience was Gen X.
Oh, really?
Not all Gen Xers, but come on. If as a millennial, if I found out that millennials,
the good Gen X are here,
right.
All of them.
if I found out that a significant millennial contingent lost their minds during the early COVID years and became at the forefront of banning books in schools and the anti-trans panic, I would have something to say about the millennial generation. Just saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, exactly. I think I think the good Gen Xers are self-aware and are aware that they're one of the good ones. Tony Crump says, just to say I love you all. I'm really enjoying the GOP stepping on rakes and falling on their faces. Thank you so much, Tony. For your
so
super
sweet.
chat. I'm also enjoying the same thing. Lawn Gnomes, $5 super chat. Thank you. Says, would taking some Tim Pool music and blending it with Nickelback be an appropriate use of AI? And would anyone be able to tell the difference?
Mm-hmm.
I will defend Nickelback here way better than Tim Pool. Not even close.
Oh, yeah.
They're also Canadian, so I'm going to defend them. But
I don't like Nickelback, but I agree with that.
They are the butt of like so many jokes, and I don't really like. I'm not like fans of theirs, but I don't understand why really. But that would be interesting. What would happen like blending Tim Pool's music with like It would probably sound like generic rock music, I'm guessing.
I mean, you could probably play both of them side by side and not notice the difference, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, but at least Nickelback would probably be a little bit more solid musically.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
this is for me again.
Yeah.
Archangel, $10 super chat. You get a sound drop too. Where's a good one?
That makes national sense.
Matt, love you on this group show and the Majority Report with Emma and Brandon. I love the dialogue you do with them. Wish we could get more of the Majority Report, though I do love Sam.
I love that they're still
there
doing
you go,
that.
Matt.
It's so funny.
Archangel with a super chat. Matt, shit, I sent your money on the wrong chat.
That's hilarious.
That's for me. Django Fett with a super sticker. It's the pear character exercising here with his fists. Cool. Thank you, Django Fett.
This is for me, 0PE with $4.99. Thank you. Did y'all hear about Code Pink anti-war Ukraine protesters that got arrested in Bernie's Senate office the other day? Yeah, I saw that. I also saw that Code Pink had to put out a statement because they posed with Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is not anti-war. She is pro-war, pro-invading Mexico. She has stocks in defense contractors. So yeah, not the best luck. If you're aligned with Marjorie Taylor Greene on this, then you might want to rethink your position a little bit. That's my thoughts.
I just don't get. Like, listen.
Is Bernie the barrier to progress? Like, really?
Right. But yeah. that too. But like,
great
listen,
fucking work. Go after Bernie.
I get that what's going on in Ukraine with Russia's invasion is an anomaly compared to the wars that we've been used to for the past couple of decades, where the United States was the aggressor, was the imperialist, was the invading nation. I get it. That's not what this is. So by showing up saying end the war, demanding the U.S. end the war, what you're demanding basically is what you're actually demanding is for the U.S. to cut off Ukraine and let Ukraine just succumb to Russia's invasion. I mean, and then you have to deal with Russia then deciding, hey, maybe we want to take it further into a NATO country. Maybe we want to go into Finland, Poland.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong people to end the war. The war ends like this when Russia gets the fuck out of Ukraine, right? I mean, like, think about it from, I think Emma made this really good point when she was on Tim Pool's show. Like, think about this from the Palestinian-Israel perspective, right? If we gave, like, Palestinians weapons.
And I wish we did.
Which the U.S. should.
Right, so they can stop getting steamrolled by the Israeli military. Like, I think that would be good. So they would not just get steamrolled. They could defend themselves, right? So, it's the same situation here. And yes, it's gross because the military-industrial complex is profiting off of it. But I mean, we send weapons everywhere, right? We send weapons to Saudi Arabia during a genocide in Yemen that they use on Yemen. It's bad, of course. Like what the U.S. does.
This is wholly defensive.
But
Ukraine has not stepped into
defensive.
Ukraine has not stepped into Russia. If Russia retreated to end the war and Ukraine then went forward and tried to like invade Russia, then yes, we should pull back our support and tell Ukraine not to do that. But that's not even close to what's happening. We're giving money. First of all, we're not even really giving them money. We're giving them supplies, like old stuff we're not even going to ever use. And we're giving them that so they can defend their own country from the imperialist invading nation. So I don't know what you think demanding the U.S. end the war is going to do. Let's say you get your way. U.S. decides not to fund Ukraine anymore or send them weapons and supplies anymore because that's the closest thing they could do to end the war. That's not going to end the war. What you're just going to see is Russia steamroll Ukraine, murder many more people than they already have killed, and who knows what the country of Ukraine will look like at the end of all this, if there's even a country of Ukraine.
Yeah, one thing that I will say is that I agree that, like, certain things should be off limits. Like, I don't think that you should give cluster bombs to Ukraine. I think that, like, don't enable that. That's too far. That's, like, war crimes. The argument is that Russia's using them too, but like this is defensive. So I don't understand. Again, it just goes back to the war ends when Russia leaves. That's what it comes back to. So like the U.S., they can't end the war. Sure, they can try to do what they can to facilitate some type of negotiations, but there's like, what is there to negotiate? Like this all comes down to what Russia decides to do. When they leave, the war ends. Period.
Snack Panther.
I just think not to keep on this, but like I keep thinking about like these same people who say these sort of things, like especially right wingers. Like, what would their reaction be if a country invaded the U.S. and we needed support from someone, and people were just saying, No, just let this invading nation take California so we could end the war. Let them just take the West Coast so we could end the war. Like, do you think these patriotic Americans who are sick of funding Ukraine?
You're being pro-war by wanting to defend California.
Yeah, like, do you think like these like patriotic right wingers would be like, we'll just put down our guns so we can end the war? This is ridiculous. No, of course they'd be the first to friggin' say we're gonna fight to the death. I mean, give me a break. I mean, maybe they wouldn't be the first to say that because they're probably chicken shits when it comes down to it. But go ahead, yeah.
Snack Panther. Elon needs to invest in a tanning bed. Pale Rider. He is very yes. I mean, for a guy who's so wealthy, you'd think he'd. I don't know. He spent a lot of money on his hair. Might as well spend a little money.
I will give him that. He might have the best looking plugs or whatever he's got that I've ever seen. If you see those
it looks legit, natural.
Yeah, if you didn't see those pictures of him balding, I wouldn't be able to tell. And usually, you could usually tell with guys who really go bald like he did, and like who have that really bad receding hairline and they get plugs. Can't tell with his. His money was well spent there. Probably the best use of his money he's ever had.
I wonder who he went to for that.
Right.
Oh, this is for me, Jose Kelly with $5. Thank you, Jose. Lance, you got called out by name by Jenk. We must be doing something right. Yeah,
I think Lance talked about that on his stream today. Apparently, yeah. So this is like the Hassan Jenk debate. I watched a bit of it. You know,
I did too.
I don't really agree with some of the things Jenk was saying.
I don't agree with anything he said. Yeah,
some of it was kind of ridiculous, but it was good that Hassan was there pushing back. It wasn't like a TYT segment where he's just like spouting the stuff off. So there's some good.
Well, it's only 10:50. Do you guys want to talk about this for an hour?
I will say this though. I think that Jenk has the best impression of Lance of anyone on the internet.
What's his impression of Lance?
TYT. Did you remember the video?
Oh, Lance is French Canadian, according to.
I guess so.
Oh, I didn't see that part. That's funny. That's hilarious. Oh my god. Joshua Sean, 100 rupees. Says, do y'all watch Hassan defend genocide in Tibet? How is it different from Matt Walsh defending purge of Native Americans?
I did not see.
I feel like Hassan's taken out of context quite a bit. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't know what he said.
I have a hard time finding a video of Hassan where it's like he's crazy. I haven't seen a clip like that of Hassan where it's like no. It's usually if something seems weird, I see the full context and it's not actually what it appeared to be. Anyways, I didn't see it, so.
Yeah, I won't comment on something that I don't have the context to. I have no idea. Archangel, $5. Thank you so much. Mike, you guys have the best group gathering for political commentary that I love listening to, and it is amazing. Keep it up. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Archangel.
Gringo Sex with a $20 super chat.
Gringo Sex.
If you have $1 to spare, please donate to MR listener Star Fox's cancer fund. Please don't donate if struggling. Please share in the Leftist Mafia host Discord's chats. Starfox.club will take you to the GoFundMe. Thanks and solidarity. Yes, we talked about this earlier on Majority Report. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Regular Majority Report listener Star Fox is raising money for cancer treatment. We wish Star Fox the best, and I'm gonna drop this link in the chat right now. Oh, it was for me too. This next one. Blex actually with a super chat. Elon's biggest mistake was buying into his own hype. He could have just been like he is now and shut his mouth and sold cars and rockets and he'd be fine. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, he's choosing to do this. Like, it was like, even after he bought Twitter, like, he could have very easily, like, not been a pompous asshole about it and basically became a concierge for the right wing, helping them in every which way and in any form he could to get them as much engagement as possible, and only the right wing. You don't see him ever interacting with anybody else. politically wise. I'm sure there's tech people he interacts with on there, obviously. But yeah, I mean, he chose to go this route. He chose to defend people who are being accused of rape and sexual assault and racism and anti-Semitism and xenophobia and all this other stuff. And then he chose to even take that from them, learn that lesson from them, and become that himself in certain cases too. Thinking directly about him going down to the border and his views on people crossing over, undocumented immigrants, migrants. He even calls them illegals. That's who he is now, though, and that's probably who he always was, but just didn't care so much until recently for some reason or another to get as involved as he is now. Charlie DeGinimer. It's Jinmir. I always say it wrong. Renee showed me the police Cybertruck. There's a police Cybertruck. I think I did see this.
Oh, seriously?
Is it Photoshop or is it legit?
I don't know.
I
think it's.
That truck
I think
looks
it's
dumb
like
already. I can't imagine how.
Yeah,
it would
right.
I don't think it's made yet. I think it's a model that like they're going to release. But yes, it looks like the Cybertruck, but like with police paint and stuff like that.
Oh God, just the Cybertruck is so fucking stupid. Looks like
ugly.
a PS1 car, like with PS1 graphics when they're trying to model a car.
Yeah.
It's all boxy.
JCast, $5 super chat. Thank you. Says, just want to hear you say in your deep voice mod. Okay, I can put that on.
This is very specific, David.
I can go deeper.
That was very ominous.
Yeah.
There you go.
For Resto with the super chat. Facebook is such a dumpster fire now. Every third post is an ad, and another of every third post is a suggested post, which is an internal page/group ad. Yeah. Facebook is it's been treading down.
Oh yeah,
it's bad. Yeah.
Bay Photo with a super chat. Matt Binder could be Speaker of the House, host of Majority Report, Leftist Mafia, a journalist, and would still read every super chat. In fact, I would read the super chats right there on the House floor, every single one of them. As Speaker. For Resto with another super chat. By the way, shout out to Cenk Uygur taking the corporate line on retail theft with a reactionary fervor during the Cenk Hassan debate yesterday. I have to check this debate out.
Yeah,
Hassan did a good job pushing back
agree.
on all of it.
Yeah, I agree. Bayphoto 9.99. Thank you so much, Bayphoto. Very, very generous. Used to work at a drugstore pre-pandemic. Mass shoplifting was a trend then. It's not new. The difference is the media is dramatizing it. Loss prevention only cares about employee theft. Exactly. That is exactly it. Yeah, thank you for that comment, Bayphoto.
Fly Chopper Fly, $2 super chat. Thank you. Says David's got the main point. These people with power. Yeah, that was. I think that's you're referring to the discussion about the crazy people, like the conspiracy minded people.
landlords.
Yeah, like the landlord. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Really great point. I believe this is me, I want to say. Randy in Vancouver, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate that. Check out the next round of outros. I believe that's this next week. Your name will be in every one for at least a week. Victor Hart with $10. Thank you, Victor. Leftist Mafia always fills my Thursday with joy. What you folks do here is important. Just out of curiosity, is there ever a chance of having Vosh on the show as a guest? Yeah, for sure. I think it's a possibility. There's a lot of people that we want to bring on. I was going to reach out after last week's super chat to Kyle and Crystal, but I spaced it. But I do still intend on doing that. God, I'm really bad at reaching out to people.
I'm worse than you. I'm worse than ever. I don't like messaging people because I always feel like I'm bothering them. So
I do too. Don't. Yeah. I do.
I also don't really read all my
DMs,
DMs, so that's another problem I have. It's like emails, DMs, just like it's too much. I'm like, all right, I I gotta choose. What is it? My kid or my DMs? I'm choosing my kid.
Yeah, it gets overwhelming really fast. So
Yeah, it's too
communication
much.
is kind of hard sometimes, but I will try.
Kowalski, 199 super chat. My harvest is going good. How's your harvest been? You know, my harvest always solid. Always a good.
I've had a good harvest too.
Good
yes.
harvest going.
Kowalski playing that new Harvest Moon game. Nice.
Who's this for?
I think this is mine. Yeah, this is for me. Thank you so much, Maui. $20. Very, very generous. Wow, thank you. Google Spoutable Kitty Cats 256. Oh, thank you, David. An LGBTQ activist raising funds for her community in a refugee camp. She has a GoFundMe with a video about LGBT discrimination in Africa, and she is willing to talk about her experience. I believe this is this the woman in Kenya, I want to say? I think I remember retweeting this on
I think we've talked about this, yeah.
I'm certainly interested in more. If you have any links or like any blog posts she has, certainly tweet them at me, because that's something that I want to look at, because I'm not really familiar with sub-Saharan African politics, especially when it comes to like LGBTQ issues. So that would be interesting to hear from her.
Brian B with the super chat. They should play the leftist mafia in every airport, dentist office, and nursing home in the country, like they do for Fox News and CNN. I agree. They should.
I feel like our show would be a little different if we knew that was happening.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. No,
I would not say half the shit that I say on here.
We'd also like maybe talk about the news more.
Yeah. Much more structured and whatnot.
One problem is, though, that really, I guess we'd only be playing in every airport, because by the time we stream, dentist offices are closed and everyone in the nursing home is probably asleep. So,
yes, that's true. Letter hat with $2.
No.
Guys, I'm Gen X. You already broke your rule.
Oh, you're an honorary.
Well, I didn't say it was
though.
a strict rule. We can bend it here or there for the right person, the right Gen Xer.
Yeah, you're an honorary millennial, Matt. So it's okay.
For some reason, this is every time I hear Gen X, this is like tattooed on my brain for the rest of my life. There was a Pepsi commercial in the 90s with the Spice Girls singing Generation X, and that is the first thing that pops. You think of that too? That's the first thing that pops in my mind whenever I hear Gen X. It's like, I don't know. That was like the first time I really was familiarized with Generation X.
Remember See, for me, the first thing I think of when I hear Gen X is so good, degenerate.
No, that totally makes sense for you. That would be like the second thing in my brain.
Degeneration X.
That was a good era. I mean, I watched that era wrestling. That was a good era.
It was.
JCast, $5 super chat. Thank you for being such a generous individual. Kalinsky just posted breaking news that Trump gave an Australian billionaire nuclear submarine secret. I saw that earlier.
I did not see this. Wow.
I'm not sure who. Yeah, it's funny. Like, it didn't register as like big news for me, because like, of course, yes, of course, Trump gave state secrets away to some random billionaire. Yes, but no, that was news earlier. Snack Panther, $5. Apparently, I am offending my audience. I apologize. Hey, I'm Gen X. We all don't suck. Been to your Stone Cold Steve Austin shorts. Must be too tight.
Oh, they're not Stone Cold, because I told you guys I only wear black, so they're tight black. Like, the type of shorts you see, like the bike punks in the city, if you live in New York, or any major metropolitan area. It's like those tight, like above the knee, rolled up. Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Kowalski, $1.99. Thank you, Mike. You're one of the good ones. Matt, just okay. Just a voice, $10 Canadian. Thank you so much. Boomer here. Love all y'all. Thanks for knowing Cove at Crazies are a little younger than me. Keeping on.
COVID Crazies. There's got to be boomer COVID crazy people.
Hold on, someone in someone's chat, the Chigmeyer said Binder is a Portlandia character, and I gotta say it's pretty close.
That was my chat. Yeah. No, I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Jay Kishabiokum, sorry for butchering that. With $5. Thank you so much. We self-aware Gen Xers are okay. We are all broken in mind and or body, but those that know it and admit it are generally good folk. Yeah, listen, I'll be honest. I don't have that bad of an experience with Gen Xers. Maybe it's because I'm biased because like all of my siblings are Gen Xers, and for the most part, they're cool. They're okay. You know, so yeah. I don't know.
Listen, let me. I'm the one who started this. Let me make it clear. I have no particular problem with the Gen Xers who are, period, in general. I'm just saying, as someone who covers conspiracy theories and the far right, there's been a very noticeable trend over these past couple of years, especially since the COVID pandemic began in 2020, that has radicalized a certain subsection of Gen X members. And it's very clearly Gen X. If you look at the Trump vote, you could in 2020, you can see that Gen X, a portion of Gen X, is radicalized and went right wing. Even more so than I think. Like the baby boomers even went in reverse a little bit. Obviously, the most of them still vote right wing, but they didn't vote historically as high as they used to for right wing, the right, because of Trump. Whereas Gen X is trending more so to the right. Both boomers, Gen X, and Gen X still, I think, mostly Republican, but boomers tracking a little bit further away from it, whereas Gen X are trending towards it. Just wanted to make it clear where I'm getting my information from.
Gen Xers
Josh
love me.
Sean, do they?
I didn't piss anyone off today.
Do you care when Hassan Piker? This is the same. Didn't you just send this earlier? Do you care when Hassan vehemently defends genocides like China's purge of Tibetan culture? No dedicated videos like you push back on Anna. Again, did any of you see this video? I didn't fucking see this video. I also don't know shit about China. Do I cover China on my channel? I barely cover foreign policy, so I'm not the person to be like bringing this to.
That's the thing.
And in terms of the stuff about like the trans stuff that was being talked about before, yeah, that's an ongoing discussion in our culture here. Like that, I talk about American culture, Canadian culture, like that's an ongoing issue here, and there are bills like happening now that have to do with trans issues. When it comes to China and Tibet, like it's not really a cultural thing in North America. Like it's not. Again, I haven't watched this video.
Yeah, I think that
it sounds like we have a Gen Xer here.
Yeah. No, like for me, I don't have enough knowledge about China or Tibet, so I would not be the best person to push back, even if I disagreed with him. The reason why I addressed the Anna thing is because Anna is was a close friend to me, or a friend. However, you want to gauge that relationship. It's over now, I'm assuming. But like, I don't know Hassan like that, and also I'm part of the LGBTQ community, so I felt like compelled to speak out. It's not really the same thing, in my opinion.
Anything, Binder?
Well, as the local,
this person comes after you in a couple messages here, so we got one for you.
Well, as the local Tibetan expert, let me just
exactly.
Yeah,
it's like we don't know shit about
area. This is one area I'm not. Yeah, it's not my.
Yeah, same here. We don't talk about. I don't talk about China. I don't fucking know anything.
Right.
So
we stay in our own lanes, okay?
Exactly.
Andy Boom with the $10 super chat. Wow, Matt Binder taking the controversial stance of don't let Russia have what it wants, even though they really want it. Hey, I know it's controversial, but
you imperialist shitlib, Matt.
Yeah.
All right, this one's for you, Matt. From Joshua again. Musk is a ghoul, but objectively better side profile than Matt Binder. With that thing under his bloated chin.
Bloated chin?
What?
I got a really prominent jawline.
No.
I got a very prominent jawline.
Slander.
I'm starting to think this person's not even serious.
It's not even close to Musk's like the one that just like becomes part of your neck. Please.
Nah, I think Joshua's fucking with you. There's
If you
no
want to
way.
make fun of my beard, I'll give you that. I don't got the best beard, especially when I'm sitting here on a show with Mike Figueredo over here with his fantastically full beard. But my jawline, no way, buddy. This is
how dare
this
you,
is
Josh.
Perfect.
You have a very
jaw. I'm gonna shave my beard now, just so you can see.
Just to prove it.
An alpha jaw.
The only reason I have a beard is because I look extremely babyface when I shave, like Lance. So I have facial hair for the past as soon as I can grow facial hair.
You'll want to look that.
Yeah, so I'll shave when I'm feeling old. I'll shave it.
Kowalski. I don't want to answer this. F. Mary.
That's a bad
Kill,
one.
Gates, McCarthy, Jim Jordan. Do I have to answer?
Is suicide an option?
No, I'm not. I can't. There's no answer here. I'm sorry. I can't.
Yeah, yeah, this is terrible.
No, I would do the K to myself. That's what I would do. So that's the only way out. Is this for, where am I? I lost my place. It is for me. Snack Panther, $5 super chat says, LMAO, Joshua Sean. I thought you was ball and 100 rupees is $1.20 US.
Yeah, he was saying rupees. Yeah.
You know what? The next Joshua Sean question I don't like, if it's only $1.20, I'm not going to answer it.
Can't even buy a fucking samosa with that. I think this is for me. Yep. Narrator Elon Musk has been calling black employees slurs and busting unions at SpaceX and Tesla for over a decade now. Right, but he was doing it through the corporate way. So this culture that we live in this horrible world we live in deems it okay to do that. You'll go through the legal process and a judge will throw maybe a couple $100,000, maybe a couple $1 million to the victims. But in the broader sense, the media and society as a whole looks at that differently than if Musk just outright starts talking about black crime and saying the N-word. That's just how it is. If you do something within the business world and it's just a part of doing business, then all is forgiven after you go through the courts and pay a fine or a fee.
This one is for me. C. Bankheadowski, $1.99. Thank you. David, what about NDP Manitoba?
I covered that this week. I got a whole video. I meant to bring it up, but I forgot. But in Manitoba, they elected the an NDP majority government beating a conservative government that was in power for 7 years, and the party ran on improving healthcare, putting more into ER facilities, hiring more nurses, more affordable housing, as well as they elected the leader of the party is now going to be the first First Nations premier of Manitoba, which it falls under Indigenous. So great,
wow,
fantastic. Both from the symbol aspect of it, but also just the fact that it's the NDP and he's actually fighting for real shit. He's a former rapper as well, former journalist, and then he has a kind of a history where he was. I forget what crimes he committed or whatever, but this is way back in his history. But he overcame all that and kind of turned his life around. And yeah, it's a great story for him, but also just a better story for Manitoba generally. So really good to see some progress there. And also in that race, the Conservatives, they ran an insane campaign. One of their campaign promises was that they would not investigate the two missing Indigenous women who are suspected to be in a landfill. One of their campaign promises: we are not going to spend money to investigate this. How crazy do you have to fucking be for that to be a campaign promise that you're not going to investigate a serial killer's murder? But that was one of their promises. They also ran on a lot of the whole parental rights in schools, trans garbage that America gave us. Thank you. I shouldn't blame you. It's here too, but I gotta imagine there's definitely some influence there because we're seeing a lot more of that now. But but thankfully they overcame all that and won the race. So really good story.
Nice.
This is for me, I believe. Yep. A85 Ramos with a $10 super chat. Sorry for having missed a couple of shows live in a row. Unforgivable. Matt, here's a question. What do you think it's going to take for wrestlers to get a union? Is it even possible? I don't know why they, I guess you meant I don't know why they haven't so far. Well, there was an attempt back in the day. I believe it was the 80s, maybe early 90s. I'm trying to remember, but it was in that period of wrestling, the Hulkamania period. And Jesse the Body Ventura, who would go on to be the governor of Minnesota many years later, he was trying to get the wrestlers together to form a union. He was trying to unionize the WWE. And Hulk Hogan, Jesse approached Hulk Hogan because he was the big star, trying to get him to help get this going. And Hulk Hogan fucking ratted him out to Vince McMahon. And that was pretty much the end of that. I think Jesse was fired. Wow. Yeah, Hulk Hogan. Yeah. And that was pretty much the last time there was a serious attempt to get to unionize pro wrestlers. What I think it would take, and I don't know why SAG-AFTRA hasn't done this, but wrestlers should be part of SAG-AFTRA. A lot of the bigger stars are actually already part of SAG-AFTRA, from The Rock to John Cena to even Seth Rollins, because they all do TV shows or movies. So they actually are already part of a union. CM Punk, for example, he is part of SAG-AFTRA. He wore a SAG-AFTRA shirt when he was before he got fired from AEW, where he wore it on air. So a lot of wrestlers are part of SAG-AFTRA for the movie and TV shows they do, but not covered by the wrestling stuff. Wrestlers are on TV anywhere from 1 to 3 times a week. It is a live broadcast, but it's scripted. They are actors. They might be athletes as well, but so are like actors who do their own stunts. They should really be part of SAG-AFTRA. It's already a very strong union. They can easily mobilize using the infrastructure they have there. I'm sure a lot of wrestlers, especially the smaller wrestlers, would feel more comfortable, getting with SAG-AFTRA than they would trying to form their own union from the ground up. I don't know why SAG-AFTRA hasn't pursued this. There must be a couple hundred people who would join the union by doing this. They're between WWE, they got 3 weekly shows. AEW has 3 weekly shows. There are 3 other federations who have regular TV time. Impact, and then NWA, and I believe MLW still has TV time. There would be, between all those, a couple hundred wrestlers. I don't get why SAG-AFTRA has not gotten on board with this. It seems very simple for them to do, but I don't mean simple in terms of the fight. I mean simple in terms of like the most obvious thing is for wrestlers to join SAG-AFTRA, not for them to form their own union, because I don't see any current route for that.
This one is for me. A85 Ramos with $10. Thank you so much. I'm trying to see what your... Oh, it's a One Piece. I just started watching One Piece, actually. Love it. I like hearing you guys while I play some games. You guys let me have a chill time as I relax from another day from work. What are you guys playing? Any new music you guys are hearing? Movies? I'm still playing Lies of P. I beat it, but I'm on New Game Plus. Still enjoying that. But I might start Sea of Stars before Spider-Man comes out.
Sea of Stars is fantastic.
Yeah, I hear it's really good. So I'll probably check that out next. In terms of music, I'm kind of in a music like hole where I don't have anything. Like the new Doja Cat album was not good. The new Lonnie album was not good. I don't know. I'm not feeling anything. Same with movies too. I watched like a scary movie because it's Halloween. Last week it was called Cobweb. It had like Homelander and the girl from Mean Girls. I don't remember her name. Oh my God, it was like the worst movie I've ever seen. So really? Video games is my only entertainment now.
I'm kind of with you. Like, yeah. So I'm playing a lot of Cyberpunk after the new patch and the DLC. I am shocked how good that game is now. When I first bought it, when it was on sale, I got like 6 hours in, it just didn't grab me. and I'm like, after the patch came out, like I'll check it out. And to me, it feels like it fills the void that Grand Theft Auto left by not having a new one for like 10 years. So it's just and it has like really, I don't know, the storytelling is really well done, especially after playing a bit of Starfield and then going to Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk, even though it's 3 years older, feels like a much newer game than Starfield does. It's just if you haven't played Cyberpunk yet and you're into like open world game like RPGs, just check it out. It's really good. In terms of music, I feel like I'm at that age now where I'm playing like nostalgia. I'm just like, oh, I remember this song from 2012, or I remember this song when I was, in high school. Like this, I don't know. Like I'll check out new shit when new shit hit. Like sometimes I'll hear something new and it's like, this is really different, and I haven't heard anything. Like 100 Gex. I'm like, when I'm like, I haven't heard anything like this is bizarre, but I like it. But that shit's rare. Like I rarely find a new band or new music where I'm like super into it.
100 Gex is good.
I like 100 Gex, yeah.
And I will say, I don't think I'll get you guys in this one, but a new Drake album drops tonight, so I'll be checking that out.
Pass.
I'm curious to see his
I
last
used to love Drake.
His last 5 have sucked, so
yeah, I'm over it.
I haven't really liked Drake since like the 3rd album, or since the mixtape. If you're reading this, it's too late, which was like 2013, 2014. So I hope this new one's good.
Drake is the Sonic the Hedgehog of rappers, where there's a new album coming, everybody gets hyped up, this one's gonna be different, and then it releases and it's trash.
That's a good comparison, because like the first 2 albums were great. Like then again, I never really liked Sonic that much, but but Sonic Frontiers, I love Sonic Frontiers. I platinum Sonic Frontiers.
I hated it.
Oh my, that's crazy. I platinum that game. It was the perfect podcast game. I play it while putting a podcast on and just go around like collecting shit. Fantastic. So I'm excited where Sonic is going now, but I was never really a fan.
I didn't get very far because I was like trying to fight some boss, and every time I'd run up like the leg to go and attack the big boss, the camera would twist around. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, I'm just done. I can't take this shit.
There were some stupid moments like that in the boss, but if you get over that stuff, I like all the exploration stuff. But Bender, any new games or music or movies?
Fortnite.
Well, I know games, but music. I know you're into music.
You know what? I just rediscovered. I mean, the song has been in my head off and on for the past like 10, 12 years or whatever. But I just, for some reason, this past 24 hours, I've been on a real kick listening to that song over and over again. Trampled by Turtles, name of the band. Wait So Long. The song was like, it got really big out of the blue. They're like a bluegrass band. But this song is like really amazing, and it's really like fast and has like folk punk feel to it. Check it out if you're not familiar with it. It's an amazing song.
I'm curious.
And movies. I saw The Nun 2 in theaters last week. It was the first time we saw a movie in a movie theater. It was me and my wife in a very long time. That was just for us and not for the kids too. That was good. And tomorrow,
it was good.
Yeah, it was very good. I enjoyed
it.
We also saw it in 4DX.
What does that mean?
Which is not 3D with glasses, but the chairs move to the movie. It's like you're sitting and they physically move you, matching the movements of the camera.
Oh yeah, I've heard of this. I've never actually sat in it.
And like there's like they do like wind stuff like in front of you, and like if there's like a scene where water splashes, they splash water at you. And the new Exorcist movie comes out tomorrow, and we're gonna probably go catch that. And that's also going to be in 4D. So
are you a big scary movie guy, Matt?
We are big scary movie people.
Okay.
We see all of them.
I'll get some recommendations from you, because my scary movies that I pick are just not good. Like this Cobweb movie I watched. Holy fucking shit! It's about a little kid who's like at night he hears like this knocking on his bedroom door. I'm like, okay, I watched a little bit from the trailer. I thought it looked good.
Wait, what movie is this again?
It's called Cobweb. It has Homelander in it, and he's just as big as of a prick.
He's a good actor. Like that guy's a pretty good actor. I forget his
name. I will say I saw so much talk about that indie horror movie, Skinamarink. Have you heard of this? It's on streaming now. I heard so many great things about it.
What's it called again?
Skinamarink.
Skinamarink.
Yeah.
Google that.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. And I heard so many good things about it, and I couldn't wait to see this movie. I've heard about it for like the past year. The guy who made it literally like funded it with like I think something like $7,000 or something like that. It's the entire budget of the movie. It was this big indie horror hit. People were comparing it to the Blair Witch Project and things like that. I love those type of movies, found footage camera movies. Really excited to see it. Total disappointment. Really, I did not enjoy it at all. It was not good. I give credit for trying something new and different. To me, it just didn't translate. I don't get where the hype is coming from for this movie. It did not deliver for me.
Oh, I should ask you. As Tons Boson points out, there's a new Castlevania anime. But on top of that, there's the new Mike Flanagan show coming out on October 12th on Netflix. It's the House of Usher or some shit. He's the guy that did the Haunting of Hill House. He also did another haunting show. He did Midnight something. But Mike Flanagan, he has a show on Netflix every single year, and every year it's a banger. It's very good. Although last year was trash. It was Midnight Club. That show was bad. But the one before that was like about. Well, I don't want to say anything about it. Just look up Mike Flanagan shows, and he has a new one. And IGN gave that new season a 10 out of 10. So it's. If you like horror, I'd check Bly Manor. That's right. Somebody put, Haunting of Bly Manor, also very, very good.
I'm not into horror at all. Like I don't like it. It sticks with me. I think about it. I can't sleep at night. Like I don't like it.
I love horror.
I have like enough anxiety in normal life. I don't need to like induce more.
No, I'm a big I'm a big horror guy. Also, I like big fan of heist movies. Heist movies are always
I hate heist movies.
Heist movies are fun. They're always fun. 85 Ramos again, $10 super chat. Thank you. Says Mike, please give this to Matt. Seems like he is needing it. LOL, joking. Seriously. Seriously, you all have a safe, productive, and fun weekend. Thank you, Ramos. Much appreciated. Who's this for?
I believe Matt.
Wait, I'm looking. No, it's not for me.
Oh, this is for me. I'm sorry. I missed it. Okay, so from Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, $10. Thank you so much, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Really, really appreciate that. Jenk claimed leftists called him a Nazi and die on the hill for trans athletes. Someone needs to push him to give more evidence than some rando on Twitter. Yeah, when I was listening to it, it seems like he was implying that Lance and like us, like he didn't mention Leftist Mafia, but he was clearly referencing us because he said Lance and those other something. I don't know who's calling him a Nazi. Who's calling him a Nazi? I don't think he's a Nazi.
He's repeated this several times. I have not seen this clip of someone calling. Here, how about this? If someone has, I disagree with them. I don't think Jenk
unequivocally condemn the person calling him a Nazi. He is obviously not a Nazi.
I don't think Jenk is a Nazi. Obviously.
Yeah.
So I don't know where he got that from. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't think Lance called him that too.
I think he got good pushback from Hassan on the stuff Hassan. Like I don't think Hassan knew the Nazi thing, but he got pushback otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Is this for me? I think it is.
Must
yes,
be.
It is. Eon Blue with a super chat. Hey Matt, any chances of getting Sam Cedar as a guest? One of the Leftist Mafia streams, or even Pac-Man or Kulinski. Kulinski, probably. Sam Cedar, definitely. Would just have to probably work. He would definitely come on. Just have to work out
that'd be awesome.
him coming on at night and his kids.
Mm-hmm.
Pac-Man, I feel like that's the one that probably would not happen.
Bender
not
wants
saying
to
I don't
fight
want it
him,
to happen.
So... No,
I'd be happy.
Bender wants to fight Pac-Man.
This comes up every time.
I would love to have Pac-Man on this show.
I would love to talk to David Pac-Man. Bender, however...
First of all, I don't think he'd want to do this show because I think we are small bore.
No,
I don't think he would want to, but I would be fine with talking to him. I like Pac-Man. I got no issue.
Yeah, I think he would do the show. I think he would. I think you're wrong.
All right, well,
he talks to a lot of folks.
I would love to talk with Pac-Man. I got no problem with Pac-Man. He's got a problem with me. I don't got a problem with him.
Evan Christensen, $4.99 super chat. Thank you. Says my first car was a hand-me-down red 77 Malibu Classic with swivel bucket seats. I gotta see what the hell this thing is. A 77 Malibu Classic bucket seats. Isn't that like a van thing. Is this a Malibu's not a van? Let me see if I can find this. Oh man, it's one of those. Oh yeah. Okay.
What's a bucket seat?
It's like, well, here I'll show you.
Swivel bucket seats.
Bucket seat is so. I think back in the
they
day.
removed the seat and put a bucket.
I think back. Why can't I find the picture now? I think back in the day, it was rarer for vehicles to have. Okay, for some reason I can't.
Oh, you could.
Scroll to the
I'm
side.
looking at pictures. You could turn the chair out like towards the door, so you could like sit down and leave the door open and like face outwards.
Okay. Yeah, if
Interesting.
Let me bring this up. So these are.
That's nice.
I think back in the day, it was more common to have like a bench here, as opposed
No,
to like.
no, you're missing a word. You got to put swivel before bucket. You'll see the pictures I saw.
Hold up. Did I spell that right?
See?
Like that.
Yeah, there's more pictures if you scroll down.
Can I spread this out? There we go.
Not a bad first car.
You could like swivel outwards and.
Yeah, I like that. Very cool.
Yeah.
How about that?
I always thought, because I've never had one, because I don't think they make them like this anymore. But I think those like old cars that have the bench seats in the front are really cool. Like the bench, like instead of a passenger seat and the driver's seat, there's just like, you know. How they
I
have
think
the
most
bench
cars
in the
back then had that. Like, yeah. I think back to when I was like, very young. My grandfather, he had some old car, but that's what he had, and I would like sit in the middle. It was fun.
Right, and you always see in like older movies, like three people sitting in the front, and it's like
Yeah.
what? And that's
Though I've been in a situation. Actually, my first, I think my first car, the Dynasty, I think was like that. And I've driven in a situation where like three people, it's not comfortable for the driver. I don't know how drivers did that. Like to have someone like right up against you when you're driving is a weird. I don't know. It's a weird experience.
Narrator with a $20 super chat. Thank you. Matt Binder passing out doing an old school filibuster on the House floor like James Stewart and Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, except he's the speaker and it's really just him reading super chats about wrestling and fuck, marry, kills. That would
That's
be
my place.
That'd be something.
Troy Clark, thank you for becoming a member. E. Mark, thank you for becoming a member.
Evan Christensen with a super chat. I also sailed an 85 Chevy conversion van. Fellow traveler. Very good to hear.
Cosmere Dragon, $20.24. I like that. Very clever. And thank you. Very generous. Marianne Williamson, 2024. Thank you. I will vote for her in the primary. This one's from me. Sally Thompson, also $20. Wow, thank you. That's 2 in a row, man. Really appreciate that. Be careful, guys. I have a Bernie FB group since 2015 with close to 40,000 members. I share your posts. Mike and David is there almost daily. Not all boomers in there, but many. We still love you. Oh, well, thank you so much. Listen.
Just don't share this stream.
Yeah, never share any of our streams. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I believe this is for me also. Celeste with $1.99. Thank you, Celeste. Spooky season is here. What's your guys' favorite holiday? I'm gonna go with probably. You know what? I'm gonna go with Christmas, just because I think I have the best like memories as a kid. But I also really like Halloween too.
Mine's Christmas.
It's a tie.
Yeah, I would say Halloween and Christmas are the two for me. Both of them are great for completely different reasons. I love the whole time frame of Halloween with scary movies and the decorations and just the Halloween night stuff. And then Christmas all warm and fuzzy with the family stuff and the winter feeling. I'm a sucker for those two holidays. Yes, I get totally into like Santa Claus and everything.
Matt really likes the Hallmark movie originals, the rom-coms.
No, not so. I do love a good family Christmas movie, but not the cornball Hallmark.
Oh my God, the Hallmark ones are just ridiculous.
They're awful.
Just a voice $10 super chat. Thank you in Canadian. says, "You are all right. You are all right. My generation is a little off as well. LOL. David loved your piece on the new Manitoba premiere. Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate it." I always get these comments where it's like, "Why didn't you cover this Canadian thing?" And it's like, I literally covered this video and no one watches my Canadian videos and you didn't watch it. Like, go watch the damn video. For some reason, the Canadians get on me for shit that I do cover. It's really, really bizarre.
Katrina with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Katrina. The Spice Girls song is Generation Next. Pull it together, comrades. This millennial is disappointed.
No. I know it is, but the commercial's not. Go watch the commercial. They changed the lyrics for Pepsi.
That is true.
It was also
actually,
an ad
maybe
for
they
Pepsi,
don't. No, maybe I'm
which
wrong.
I try to forget.
I have to go back and watch.
No, I think they do change it. They say
I think
Generation
they do,
X,
though.
right?
The only soda song I could think of right now is
I think they did
7
change
Up. Ooh, it's an up thing. It's 7 Up. You guys remember the 7 Up song? No, is it just
I
me?
don't.
Nobody remembers that?
don't
Oh
remember
my
that.
god.
No.
Wow, I get
Is that
maybe
like a
I'm
New York
just
thing? Maybe it's a New York thing.
people remember the 7 Up song in the chat, right? Come on, guys. No one remembers the 7 Up song?
I'm listening to the Pepsi commercial. Probably can't play it.
You could probably play it. Now, you think Pepsi is copyrighted?
No, because they have a real song. They have a real song that sounds just like it. Yeah. It's 20 seconds. Let me see. Oh, they do say next. No, I was wrong. But
damn, we both
the-
had a Mandela effect with that, David, because I thought that they said X too.
Yeah, but my memory of this commercial was the point of it was that this is the drink for Generation X. That's why they emphasize the X in the commercial, like in the text, is like, you know, this was the Gen X time, right? We're talking like 90s, mid 90s, late 90s.
Mhm.
So
I do
that's what
love
they
the
were-
Spice Girls, and the Spice Girls, even though they're British,
So do I.
support trans rights, which is
Do they?
great. Yeah. They've talked
about
about a Baby Spice and I believe Scary Spice. Yeah, I love them.
Play this song right now. No, people are gonna believe me. There's no way this is gonna be copyright strike. So play it.
What 7 Up song?
Yes. God. No one in the chat was remembering the song.
Oh, I stopped my presenting.
One person.
All right.
2 people remember it.
Oops.
1997.
I don't remember this.
Wait for the chorus.
Okay, I remember this. All right.
I don't.
You got the little ska rhythm in the background.
This song is so bad.
I think it's great.
It's really bad though.
I don't
love
know that
it.
at all. I think that's an American commercial. I'm not sure we ever played that here. I don't know. Interesting.
7. Oh, God damn it! Now that's gonna be stuck in my fucking head. Thanks.
Oh yeah, not a good song, right?
It's not good, but it's still stuck in my head. Charlie Jinmir, $2. Thank you. Pictured on screen, the 3 genders of beard. Yeah, indeed. The beardy bros.
That's right.
Evan Christensen, $4.99. Thank you so much. Great stream tonight, Mike, from your resident Zennial. Hey, appreciate it. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious with $10. Thank you. Anti-trans advocates want to take blockers away from trans girls so that they can make them the way they can make fun of their masculinized bodies and justify a lifetime of burdensome restrictions. Yeah, it's cruel. It's cruelty for cruelty's sake. They want to make these young girls go through the wrong puberty, and then that way, as you said, like they want to say, "Oh, see, these masculine people think that they could be women. This is disgusting." Like it's gross. But yeah, this is something that needs to be addressed nationally, I think, because more and more states are banning puberty blockers and gender affirming care, and it's going to completely just like this is going to terrorize an entire generation. So I think that whenever Democrats have control of all 3 branches of government, they do need to address this nationally. The problem is that the Supreme Court would almost certainly strike that down. So it's going to be a really long battle ahead, but action needs to be taken for sure because it's really harmful.
Verna Rochelle, member for 3 months, says Rick Wilson of the Lincoln Project had numbers earlier tonight that matched exactly what y'all were saying about the ages of Trumpers. I was surprised. There you go.
Kowalski with a super chat. Matt, please yell, David, there's a moose behind you. What am I missing there? What's that reference to?
I think just that I'm Canadian and there's moose here. I think that's the reference.
Oh, not as interesting now.
Kowalski 199. David just tested the Canadian alert system.
We have the same thing, but not the same day.
Oh, I'm ignoring.
Oh, it's for me. I'm sorry. Charlie Ginnemer. I drive the 79 Cobra I learned to drive in. Ooh, what's the 79 Cobra?
That sounds like a nice car.
Yeah, but it is a nice car. Mustang?
Yeah, isn't that a Mustang? Yeah.
With the big old
That's
the
a
big old
beautiful car.
long
Jesus.
front, like the big long hood.
Oh my God.
It's a beauty.
Yeah, it's a nice car. Tayray88 says, any chance of getting Lee Camp to join the show?
No.
I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not
That's a
really
nice
sure.
car, though.
Not really sure what's going on with all that.
He used to be good, and then
I don't know what
during the
happened.
Occupy years, he became one of the. I mean, listen, I have no problem with him. Anything specific, I think, of all the RT shows, he was still doing the leftist thing without veering it too far off into that world. But then when RT America got booted off of YouTube, I feel like he went down a further door-esque path.
Yeah. I'm going to do my last. I have one last one, so I'm just going to do it now. I gotta
and I'm done after.
Shy Guy, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, Detective Pikachu just dropped. LOL.
I just want to say, I would talk to him. I don't know about on this show. I would talk to anyone. So I'm not anti-talking to anybody. I would be happy to talk with Lee Camp on whatever people want to hear us talk about.
All right, I'm going to go. Yes, Detective
same.
Pikachu. I'm not too sure about Detective
I'm
Pikachu.
I'm gonna skip that one. IGN gave it a 6, so that means it's actually
There
a
you
4.
Oh, it's a video game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I know there's a movie. The movie was
I think
good.
it was a movie as well.
The
Yeah.
movie was great. Yeah.
And let me get y'all back to where you were, and I'm going to peace out.
Yeah, I have
Here
read
you
through all
are.
mine as well, so I will leave.
Have you?
as
They're all
well.
benders? Wow.
Yeah, they're all benders
Really?
now. Yeah.
All right. Well, bye, guys.
Good
I'll take over
night.
from here.
Take care, man.
All
See
right.
you
Have a
next
great
week.
week. See you guys soon.
You too.
All right. For Resto, something you guys said reminded me someone needs to create a Schoolhouse Rock, but for socialism YouTube channel. That would be good. Yeah. I like that idea. It would be a lot of work, though. Making songs, writing music, and then also writing music specifically for a visual production. Like, I'm not talking about a music video. I mean, like writing song for a visual. Like a TV show or something. That's a whole nother beast. 0PE. What about Francesca Fiorentini as a guest? I would love to have Francesca on. That's a great idea. That's someone for the list for sure. Jay Cass with a super chat. Did you have spare candy in your conversion van? No, I didn't. I mean, I myself was a kid at the time. I got that car when I was 17. It was my first car. Cold Dog with a member super chat. I'm using my free super chat to say I love y'all and to keep up the great work. I also strongly recommend reaching out to Marcus from LFV as a guest. Sounds good. We could put him on the list for sure. Celeste says, Matt, you should watch The Uninvited. It's so good. Why does that sound familiar? I might have seen it already. From 2009? Seems familiar. I might have seen this movie. And the final super chat, and this one is not even for me. Someone sent it at the last minute, I guess, for someone else, but I'll read it because I'm a nice guy. Jeff with a super chat for either Mike or David. My first car was a 1984 Plymouth Turismo that would stall out when stopped at intersections. I'm a zillennial, and we're all right. Yeah, I feel that. We had my car's engine did not always work either. All right, folks, that's the show for today, right? That's a calling it a night. We did a, how long is the stream? About a 3-hour, 50-minute stream, not a 4-hour marathon as we do sometimes, but it's, please, over 3 hours is giving you guys a lot too. Who should I raid over on Twitch? Who's on right now? Let's see. Oh, wait, hold on. While I'm here, I might as well shout out some Twitch people who just joined me. Spiro the Fishy resubscribed with Prime. Thank you so much. Subscribed for 2 months. Nice. Mouselander rated my channel before. Thank you so much, Mouselander. Nabil225 gifted a 1-month tier 1 sub to Venus Bloodflow. Awesome. Thank you. Valinova cheered 500 bits. Did you see Jesse Singal is going to be at the same transgender conference as James Lindsay? Singal's panel is called The Left-Wing Media's Love Affair with Trans. Jesus Christ. Irishmang resubscribed for 1 month to tier 1. Subscriber for 3 months. Thank you so much, Irishmang. I really appreciate it. All right, folks. That is the program. Let's rate. Who's on to raid? Let's see. Who am I going to raid? Who's on right now? I will raid USA Hole. That's someone who's not always on when I'm on. So let's raid USA Hole. And, all right. As always, folks, youtube.com/MattBinder. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not already. It takes 5 seconds. Just go, not even 5 seconds, 2 seconds. youtube.com/MattBinder. And if you are subscribed there, go on over to the Twitch channel at twitch.tv/MattBinder and follow me there. That's free, and that takes 2 seconds too. Also, if you are an Amazon Prime subscriber and haven't yet used your free Twitch Prime subscription that you get every month, so don't forget to give it out. You have to do it manually every month. Twitch Prime subscriptions that come free with Amazon Prime don't auto-renew. You have to give it to someone every month. Otherwise, Amazon will keep your money. Give it to me if you haven't given it to anyone yet this month. And if you don't want to give it to me, just give it to someone. Don't let it go to waste. Don't let Bezos keep more of your money than you're already giving them. And if you feel so inclined, patreon.com/MattBinder to support with a monthly subscription if you'd like. All right, folks, I'm going to raid USA Hole right now. And I will see you all next time on Leftist Mafia.